You always have to allow for players being stupid.
How much XP for the farmer?
Maybe crafty in the wrong ways.
I mean, I don't like if the players are like, oh, hey, I'm gonna try and do this thing, and it backfires horribly. Then I'm like, okay, that's something to me. That's something different. Versus people being like, oh, hey, we're in the throne room. We're talking to the Dark Lord, and we're having a wonderful conversation. Somebody's like, oh yeah, pull out my gun and shoot her. And I'm like, okay.
Or, you know, we're meeting with the crime boss, and somebody's like, I'm going to take out my chisel and start trying to take the rocks off his wall right next to him.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't think he's ever gonna lose that down, are you?
If I say, to be fair, to be fair, that was only done because we could actually take him.
Whether we could take him or not is not the point. The point is, you have to allow for...
It was a sexual photo at that point.
To be fair, he was a jerk, so I'm like, he deserved most.
It doesn't matter if he was a jerk, it was a social faux pas.
I mean, rules being recommended.
I'm like, hold on, I'm like, you're a criminal, why should we recognize any rules in front of you?
Criminals have rules! Especially when you're dealing with the fucking mob.
Mob.
True, but yeah, I believe you had a 4 shoes at that point, so...
I mean, you had a Terry.
Yeah, but Jay, we survived.
Not through force use, though. It was a hut.
Just because the first
Not
one...
only that, you don't fuck with that.
Actually, I feel like we did. Didn't we kill him? And then, like, send this thing, like, crashing to the ground?
No.
No, that's right. He escaped. Left his second in command to get murdered.
As you do.
Yeah.
Come on, second. You didn't did for me.
Apparently, huts don't take too kindly to being orbitally bombarded.
I'm pretty sure that's a universal thing.
Yeah, I think most people don't want to be orbitally bombarded. But I also remember a friend of mine creating a hut that was actually like legit, that did legit business, and was like kind of like gloating to himself like, this is great. I have legal businesses, but I also no criminal wants to fuck with me because I'm a hut. This is the best. I have the best life ever. You know, that kind of like self-aware genre kind of stuff.
Saying that. Why does he have almost as many? The heck? Wow. That is kind of weird. The Dark Lord and his second in command only have a 8-point difference in hit points.
You know, that hit points makes all the difference. That
Yeah,
could be like,
yeah.
when you have a final form or something.
Yeah, they must be big hit points. Those ones count more than the other ones.
You know, the silly part? Those 8 hit points would make the entire difference on a CR rating.
So yeah, I'm looking at this. Well, I'm not saying not the current one you're sitting in front of. She has like for shit hit points, but.
So what you're saying is like, which I know.
I think you're just trying to encourage us to like attack her, so we make bad choices.
I'm hoping that you don't, because the only reason that you all just don't fall over from poison damage right now is because she's choosing to not kill everyone in here with poison damage.
She's also the cause of said poison damage.
Yeah.
Tricky.
You know, good thing we don't have a traditional bard, or rather a stereotypical bard.
Oh, is that who she falls for?
If we had a stereotypical bard, you know they would say, "I want to lay the queen."
No. It's seduce that could turn into lay. Seduction first. You must woo them. In the words of Gomez Adams, you must woo them. Make them feel like the most beautiful person.
What do I roll to woo the darkness?
I magic missile the darkness.
Yeah. All right, I believe that's been 20 minutes. Feel like we have everyone we're going to have for the time being. We might have we might have the last two come in as stragglers.
Well, one of them's currently asleep on her couch.
Yeah. And I remember saying that she was like, yeah, I'll be awake. She was like, I just need about 3 hours of sleep. I was like, that's okay. I was like, that's not gonna happen. Like, you just finished working all night. You're
She is kaput.
Yeah. I was like, she was like, I'll be home by 4. I can sleep for 3 hours. I was like, no.
Are we still table talking?
Yeah.
Just finish up.
Oh. Okay. We're actually sorry. Yeah, in which case,
Just self-denying. What?
Ah, Christina! Hello!
Hello! Bonjour.
Oh, you know. Working in a capitalist society to try to live my best life.
It does, you know, it's clashy. Oh, I think I'm about to sneeze.
Oh, this is definitely the wrong game.
Man, I knew someone like that in high school who had
Phil didn't finish
who
the
would have a
flashback, right?
really wind up of a sneeze, but then would end up with.
I very pointedly told
And it was like
Sierra, I said I'm gonna be mad because I saw the joke hung up at like 1. I was like, I'm gonna be mad when they finished that flashback after I was like pointedly.
Out of it, sneeze.
No, we
Get out of it.
ended and then we talked with Eric. So
I think we've just finished the round.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Cool. I'll say, who was not? I'll say, Greg was not here for the last session, I believe. So, if Greg, if you caught the recap, you guys managed to survive and defeat the haunted, the cursed bakery. You obtained the deed. You obtained a magical bag with a sandwich in it. You turned, you went to the guild master to go turn in the, to go recognize that the mission had been finished, and he directed you to the main manor. To the manor of the queen. So, well, referred to as the queen. So.
We don't recognize her agency here.
Well, to be fair, there is no real leader here. It's just a lot of really rich families. And as she is the richest and the most powerful, then everyone just kind of follows her rule.
Oh,
It's like
we need to.
yeah, it's pretty much leadership. It's like leadership subject to change. But leadership has not changed in several years, so.
Trying to quietly update my sheet in the background. I definitely intended to do that before I got to the game.
It's okay. And I'll say just make sure before a combat happens that you have it updated.
Wait, what do we need to update our sheets with?
We leveled up to 15.
We leveled.
You leveled up to
Oh,
15. So I believe that open, like Tristan said, that should open up level 8 slots for you, level 8 spells for you. Yeah, she's all one class.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you. I only can do second level. Well, actually, no. Actually, I forgot. Technically, with the new feat I picked up, I can do third level spells.
Wait, how do I level up with just the sheet? Or do I need to go into D&D Beyond?
No, you go into roll 20.
Okay, I'm in roll 20, and I just change level manually and say like, yes, I am now 15.
Yeah, you click the little cog and change the number to 15.
Where it says level 14, change it to 15. And then you gotta roll more hit points.
How and where do I do that?
How do you roll for more hit points?
It should be. You should roll your hit die and add your Constitution modifier.
Yeah, your hit die, which is a D8. So roll a D8 plus 3 for you.
Plus 3?
Next level.
Add 3 the number? Okay.
So you rolled a 3, so that's a total of 6. You have an extra 6 hit points.
Okay. Boop.
Sweet. Alright, so your maximum hit points go to that.
Given how that is written, will that be usable on anyone?
I can't tell if he's asking or asking.
No, I'm asking David his opinion.
Okay, so if that's the case, while you guys are doing this, you will...
It doesn't specify a like a specific target, so I would think any D20 roll.
Okay. That is more useful than...
Sorry, I'm feeling
No, that's alright. Okay, so, you guys have entered the throne room. And you are currently face to face with several guards, where on a rather highly elevated platform is the Lord of this region.
Hit plus contact your hit points.
So it's the Lord of this region of Ravenloft.
Con modifier specifically.
Yeah.
This place is too big.
I don't know. There's kind of a grandiose, adventure-y sense about it.
It's a glorified hallway.
Oh,
But the chair on one side.
And?
It feels like a waste of space. For a chair.
What would you all like to do? You're all here in the main room.
Just to
Is there a table?
verify before we continue, we are receiving payment for the job, or
Specifically.
was this a supplement?
I must say you're coming here to. She wishes to confirm. She wishes to confirm the deed, and payment will be met out to you all. I say payment will be met out to all of you. Well, those who signed the contract, anyway.
Okay, what was the payment again? Because I think I did sign the contract after it was initially done.
The payment is to give Sarah all your money.
You wish.
Okay. I'll probably die if I do it right now, but I can give it to you all once we no longer need it.
Let's see. If I remember correctly, I don't know if...
Just need you to sign here.
I need to check my notes, but Tristan might be able to verify.
I want to say it was 40,000 platinum.
I believe it was, I believe it was 40,000 divided up amongst the amount of people who signed the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Which was Naylan, Khalid, and myself.
And my.
So you signed it too?
Yep, my blood sizzled on the contract.
Okay.
Made a pointed conversation about that.
So then I guess it's
Mental signing doesn't count.
I guess it's 10k platinum apiece.
I believe one person tried to sign it with someone else's blood. If I remember correctly.
Greg's character didn't sign it with his own blood.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember what he
signed it with faux blood, essentially.
Okay.
Blood.
That's
No,
gonna
no,
be
no.
hilarious. The
Two.
lady's gonna like lick the paper and be like, "Okay, hold on, let me taste your blood."
This is raspberry, not blood. What is this?
You will hear the voice of this gentleman calling out to you. It has been quite some time since we've had adventurers in the castle. You all look well rested and refreshed.
Yes, thank you. You look like you've had a good day yourself.
Every day is a good day. Every day is a good day when we are bask. When we bask in the glory of our Lord. Let's see, Tristan, for the sake of Evan, this gentleman he would recognize as Archbishop Thomas Marshall. He is the head of the Church of Ezra.
Okay.
I'll say so. Yeah. She will look at you. She will look towards all of you. So, how did you manage to deal with that eyesore at the edge of the town?
Pancakes were involved.
She'll kind of quirk an eyebrow. All the guards will look towards her, and then they'll just kind of look at her like confused look on her face, kind of like, "Are you serious?" type look on her face. The guards, taking notice of her face, will all turn to you with their weapons drawn.
The curse manifested in the form of possessed pastries.
They still have their weapons drawn.
Of which we
before
just
before they hear a light chuckle come from her. And then the guards will just kind of look at each other like, as they just kind of slowly sheathe their weapons, as you kind of hear like nervous chuckling coming from everyone else. Except for the Archbishop, who does not seem to be laughing at anything. But the guards seem to be nervously chuckling, like as if they're like, "Yeah, we should probably laugh along, because if we don't, she'll probably kill us."
Once the laughing somewhat dies down,
she'll wave her hand and everyone will immediately shut up.
Oh, it's just more of like, as it's like starting to back down, so it'll be like, dangerous delicacies. Caustic confectionaries. You know.
She'll look at you. She was like, You are an elf, yes.
Partial.
How much of you?
Khalil will actually think about it a moment. And then shrug. I don't know.
Are you an elf where it counts?
Depends on the definition of what you mean.
How much? The Archbishop will look at her he's like, my lady, shh. I'm conducting business. How much?
In reference to payment, in reference to blood.
You. How much do you cost?
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
It's like, you can make a lot of money right now. 1 million platinum.
I would say 58,000 platinum.
I think your spouse does not make you a lot of money. If she owns you, it's kind of a complicated situation.
You have all the money, but you need her permission to spend it.
Sure. Okay. I think the only one who had a really high investigation was Nayla, right?
I believe so.
Just for his own sake, because I don't think Nix could mix it, because he actually rolled pretty well. But when you hear, as soon as she says, "How much are you?" What was it? Paying?
Worth.
Sorry, what was it?
How much do you cost?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much are you worth? Nayland will see kind of almost reaches for a weapon at a moment and aggressive stance, but like for a flicker of a second. Depending on the service, madame.
She'll look at you and she's like, boy toy. My last one broke. You will hear a simultaneous shudder from the guards as if they're kind of like remembering the last time that happened. You look sturdy.
Annoyance is starting to creep in his stance. I apologize, ma'am, but I believe my services in that field would not meet to your standards.
Well, that's disappointing. I was about to say she'll be like, that's disappointing. She'll look at the rest of your teammates. She was like, you were the only. It was like you were the only one who had. He was like, you were the only one who fit the skin tone that I was appreciating.
Of course.
Rayon is like the fire of his hair is going to glow a little bit brighter when she says that, and then he's going to breathe deep and release.
Because I looked at all your characters and I was like, who actually fits the bill here? It was like Nalen's as black as it gets.
I'm purple, thank you.
That's even worse.
He's a grape.
I must say, you're purple. I must say, yeah, I must say, yeah. Everyone else here is either brown, purple, or like a sickly undead, and Evan just looks dirty. So.
After a moment of, I imagine, some awkwardness, Khalid will cough. But
Heaven just smells like a dog.
But, however, on the subject of services and things, I did hear that you were requiring someone of more shadowy work.
The crown always has work for people of your skill. In case you have not realized, there are several people who wish for things to change around here. And if you haven't noticed, she'll snap her fingers as someone will come rushing out of the corridor with a glass of wine. I have rather extravagant taste. And the people, ever so dutifully, donate their finances and funds in order to make sure that I can live such an extravagant life. Unfortunately, we do have some people in this kingdom who wish it were different. But I have been told ahead of time. After we verify your accomplishments that I've heard a great deal about, we can speak on that, and I may just have a job for you. Which one of them would you all come for?
Yeah, I'll go forth.
Aeon will step forward.
Is everyone going forth?
Might as well.
I'll just move the whole group if that's
Just move the whole group.
Yeah.
Very carefully, because remembering the closer to her, the more the poison.
You currently have this protection field around you. You currently have this protection field around you. So long as you don't do anything, to piss off anyone, you'll be fine.
Can you describe this protection?
You can't see it. Originally, you saw like this shimmering dome come around you, and the guards who escorted you here.
Okay.
And it just kind of shimmered, and then it disappeared.
Gotcha.
So there's some sort of protection currently active on you that is keeping you from currently suffering the effects.
Got it.
So the moment it drops is the moment that I have to actually roll for poison damage.
Okay, noted. Never mind.
So, alternative phrasing that popped into my head was, it prevents you from succumbing.
It's the field of don't do something stupid.
What did you say?
It's the field of don't do something stupid.
I mean, define what's stupid,
Anything that gets her off the field that protects us from the instant death?
I think Chris, if I have learned any one thing that most players can think of, is like, if you have to ask the party, is this a smart idea? It's probably not a smart idea.
Except that okay, so.
No, that's fair.
We're making good choices this year, halfway.
You only got 4 months left.
Right? It's been a hard year.
She will ask, the bearer of the deed, could you bring it to me?
If you recall correctly, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
From what I'm seeing here, there doesn't seem to be any guards flanking her. When I get to the top,
behind the throne. Yes.
okay. When I get to the top of the steps, do I see the Archbishop start walking towards me, or is he still standing?
He's just kind of looking. He hasn't moved, but he seems to be looking from his post, just kind of like looking at you out the corner of his eye.
Okay. In which case, as I approach. I love the fear that I can kind of fear and hear in people's voice, like, oh my God, he's about to try and do something. As I approach,
Say they're the sting.
Assuming this doesn't bite me in the ass, I would like to make a performance roll to change my general. I'm a desert wanderer gait to something a bit more elegant. Basically, remembering my high class training for when the master had guests around.
Awesome. I hope you don't date this.
It's always a risk.
It's just more that David has a tendency to, or his dice to hate him at certain moments, especially on roll.
Like now. Oh! Hang on. We got a thing for this.
I'm proficient in this.
We have a thing.
I saw shenanigans on the GM. He cursed us.
No, this has happened way before I became a
Sounds like this is on me.
Evan coughs.
Okay. Can I reroll due to Evan coughing?
Blessing of Fate, yes, you can reroll.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's anything here that prevents that. Okay, what I am going to do is I'm going to initiate.
Anti-magic field.
I'm going to initiate.
We can't have a field of protection and an anti-magic field. That's not how that works.
I'm going to activate Flash of Genius in case my dice decide to screw me again.
David, never say that. You know it's coming.
That's like, please stop tempting fate.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, it's... Oh god, that was funny.
It's like, don't David this? Okay, damn it, I David this.
Oh god. Oh
Let's see,
man.
is there
Okay.
anything else on
Let me-
here that would help me with this?
Let me close that sheet real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, things are back to normal. Awesome. To be fair, with that roll, she was not going to do anything to you. The guards were, I'll say, with that roll, the guards were going to try and run up and shank you.
Oh, okay.
Assassin! No, he just tripped.
I'll say because with the way, like with a crit fail, I was going to be like, they mistake your mannerisms for the same mannerisms as an assassin who was attempting to try to do something, and they were just going up and try and shank the shit out of you.
Death to the Queen! It's time for communism!
You know what? What a way to start the session. In terms of rolls.
I'll say, hilariously enough, I'll say, I'm glad you say that. If anyone wants to make any sort of like appraisal rolls of like stuff building while this is going on, to try to get a general idea, because just looking at it, it's fairly easy to see that these large statues right here, at least, are actually all made out of ivory.
Well, this is 5th edition, not Pathfinder, so we don't have appraisal.
I mean, just to figure out like the value of everything.
And so that goes under
floor that
intelligence.
you must say the
Just
floor
regular
that you are
intelligence.
standing on is actually the floor that you are standing on is it seems to be a collection of emeralds and jade.
That's a 19 for me.
Okay. From what you can tell, must say, at least for you, from what you can tell, this entire room, the value of it would, I'll say, the value of everything that's in this room, the things that this room is made out of. You remember your time as, as a god. You have seen countries with less money than what this room is worth right now.
Yeah, that's actually very believable, considering what I've written for my world. So,
you can, I'll say, you would generally estimate this room, if like completely melted down, sold, and everything, to be roughly about $1 million platinums worth.
Ah, I was off by 2 orders of magnitude.
you can say a trillion.
I was going to say 10 billion.
That is just this room, the whole manor. She will look towards you, and she will say, it appears that you are a bit better trained than I expected.
Thank you. Here is the requested item, Your Highness. And I'll present the deed.
She will hold out her hand to take the deed. The moment that the deed touches her hand, there will be kind of a I'm gonna say, so you're holding it at one end and extending it to her, correct?
What I due to the level of person I am with, I would have both hands holding it on either side, just to show that there's no way my hands could have a weapon in either of them.
Gotcha. Okay. So she will reach and grab it, reach to grab it in the middle. You will feel some sort of arcane backlash that surges from this roll of D, and it shocks her hand. And she's like, God, and just recoils her hand. The guards will all turn to look, and she'll look towards you and like, you can see her hand is kind of like, there's like this kind of like steam rising from it, as if it just got electrocuted. She will look towards you.
Tries to look stoic, but is trying to keep aware of the guards nearby. Oh no! Oh no!
Let's see. She's going to. Even in she was like, even in death they defy me. She was like, unravel the deed. I wish to read it.
I will unravel it.
She will read it, looking at it, and she will say, "What is a nix?"
That is my name, Your Highness.
So that is why I cannot. I'll say. So that is why I cannot take it. Cannot be helped. She'll lean back in her chair. Very well. Nix, is it?
Yes, Your Highness.
Off with his head.
She will say, "Congratulations. You must say, congratulations. You now work for the kingdom of Rishmula."
Can you spell that? Because I need to write that down in my notes.
It's the name. It's the name of the. Hold on. That's the name of the place you're in. RICHEMULOT.
Okay. I'll put this over.
I'm expecting you, as its owner, to have this bakery up and running, and making sure that it has delicious pastries sent to this manor.
Of course.
Might go ahead and get clearance for. Oh, I don't have to whisper. I can just say this in your head. Oh, you might want to go ahead and get clearance for your friends while you're up there to go ahead and work for you.
Okay, that I did not consider.
Yeah, since you've just been given this position.
Yes.
Dot dot dot.
Okay.
I forgot. I have the ability to actually do table talk. That's what the ability's called.
She will look at you and be like, "One moment." She will say, which of you? She was like, "Now, which of you has?" She's gonna look at the group, and she's like, you, pointing towards Nayland. It was like, "You look the type. Are you the hunter?"
I am.
This time. I'll say it has been quite a while since one of your kind has graced these halls. I actually must say, if anything, I actually got part of the idea for this room from the colorful designs of the last one who came through here.
We're flattered.
We like to pay homage to the only people in this treacherous realm who actually have some semblance of taste. And I will admit, despite how poor your people are, you are all quite amusing and very welcome to come here. Although do not tell too many of them. As much as I appreciate your people, I don't want it. I would like to have as few of you here as I possibly can. I do hope you understand.
Of course. It's a sentiment we're familiar with.
We enjoy your fashion, but don't spoil this trip for your poorness.
Your wagons do leave a rather unsightly scene.
Oh, good.
But must say must say, I assume that you are responsible for having endangered your friends with this. Must endangered your friends, comrades, what hired hands, whatever they all are to you, with this task.
After a fashion, I took the job, and then they decided to tag along.
Well, TM. Okay. Well then, must say you must be quite must say charismatic, very fitting for your people. Very well. That's a job has been completed. You have saved me the trouble of sending more soldiers to a needless death. You shall be paid. Bring the contract forward, and your payment shall be given out thusly.
Pull it out of his scarf space and approach.
Okay.
She's not letting Nix talk now.
Yeah.
Rayon, you missed your chance, bro.
Name if you're able to.
Yeah, wasn't it? Say when.
Okay. As you are approaching the Archbishop, he kind of looks at you with a bit of a look of disgust, more or less.
Gives him a wink and keeps on walking. She will reach out her hand to take it from you. I will present it.
She'll take it, unroll it, and she'll take it, unroll it. She will wave over to this gentleman, who will walk over. He will take the scroll. You will hear him mutter some arcane wording as the fingerprints. As the scroll begins to glow, and the fingerprints on there begin to glow. Each of them, all of them except for one glow.
The raspberry.
And she will say, "Okay, well, so this is to be divided amongst 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, if I remember correctly. I'll say 4 of you actually signed. If I remember correctly, 4 of you actually signed. I'll say 4 of you actually used your own blood, 1 of you didn't. So, alright. Divided amongst 4 of you? No, I say divided amongst 4 of your party. Alright. I guess the rest of them must have just been cheerleaders. Alright.
A little bit more than cheerleaders.
She will say, very well. She was like, very well. A deal is a deal. She will snap her fingers as
Uh-oh.
Greg, Chris,
Yeah, they're still there.
What?
we just lost Brian. Though.
Yep.
Still here. Oh, that was
Possibly lost Brian.
Oh, I heard crickets. That was cool.
Meteor struck his house.
sorry, I had
That'd be me. I'm taking out the dogs.
sorry.
Oh, what?
Hello.
There he is.
She must say, the guards will must say, a couple of guards will come out with large bags that they will just kind of drop at your feet. You will see, I'll say there will be 40. I'll say they will keep making trips over the course of the next about 5 minutes, and they will drop. I'll say they will drop approximately. They will drop approximately 10 bags. 10 bags at your feet.
Okay.
And she was like, "There's your money. Thank you, I'll say thank you for doing us a service.
Thank you.
I'll say, and she will look. She will look over towards the the archbishop, and she was like, Thomas. He was like, yeah. He was like, yes, my lady. In order to recoup these funds, make a note. Levy the taxes against the. Levy the taxes against the peasantry. And he will say, it shall be done.
No.
Neo-capitalism. It's a monarchy.
I'll say she'll look over towards you. Next.
Yep.
She was like, your eyes say that you have. It was like your eyes say that you have something else that you wish to discuss.
Yes, Your Highness. I was just waiting for you to conclude your current business. May I take a respectable distance from you first?
I always appreciate it when people put distance between themselves and me.
Okay. I will move back down here then. Yeah. I know how capricious. This is the player talking. I know how capricious royalty can be. So it's like, no, I'm not going to move until she allows me to move.
She seems to be very appreciative of all this, and if anything, seems to be like, oh wow, these people have manners. I didn't know that their kind could do this.
Wow. Brian, I sent you a message on the Skype.
Okay, sure. David, while you're explaining that, I will go ahead and read this.
Right. Let me to go into my spiel, but I will wait a moment. Okay. After descending the stairs and I guess stowing the deed. Okay, actually, let me enhance this note for me. Ship pastries to Lord's Manor every day. Every day. Okay. Now that note's done. When he gets back down all them stairs, he'll turn to face the. He want to call her the queen. The Dark Lord.
We can use Regent, probably.
I can use what? What, Regent? Is that what you said, Regent?
The Regent, Regent, Lord, Lady, whatever.
Only order
Okay.
pasta.
Your Highness, as you just said, you are quite correct in that I do have something that I would which have addressed. My kin are actually behind me, right? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on the map. Okay.
So he's going to double check positioning.
If it pleases you, I wish protection to be granted within your borders to Ayer, Thurn, Leisha, and Kine. This is David having issues with English. Live. Okay. They're my kin and have recently left the watchful eyes of Haslick. I imagine that he would be quite annoyed if they remained out of his reach. As I recall, from what rumors I have heard, if they be true, that at times you do so enjoy poking at the other lords with impunity.
She will say, who did you just say wishes? I must say, who did you just say wishes to obtain? I'll say that you are trying to protect them from.
Haslick, Your Highness, unless David is just remembering the name.
No.
Okay.
Haslen?
Because Haslen is the place.
Yeah, Haslick is the red wizard.
Yeah.
She will look like Haslick would say. He wants them. She'll kind of point at them. Do tell me, what am I saying? Do tell me, as fascinating a concept as that is, what am I saying? What is so special about them that I must say that I should protect? Now, as much as I do enjoy the idea of getting one over my bald asshole, I do need to make sure that whatever they are, is actually something worthwhile.
If it's not too presumptuous, I do believe Your Highness has an appreciation for things of and individuals of an exotic nature. In this case, by granting such, you would ensure that your realm has truly unique individuals, as we are unlike most any other creation. Then, well, I would at least presume that the Archbishop has seen. I will not presume your own knowledge. And as such, excuse me. And as such, the value of your domain would be noticeably increased, if not in profit, then in its uniqueness to be envied by others.
So you're telling me that these must say that that they are unique. Granted, I will say they do look rather strange, but you included. But there must say what exactly is special about them besides the fact that they look odd? Also, while he's doing this, Rayon, I need you to make me a second. You can make me either an Arcana or you can make me either an Arcana or a Arcana or Religion check. You can keep going on, David.
Next will look mildly uncomfortable, but feels that he has to continue. And if I remember correctly, her question pretty much was, what is so unique as to interest me to do this?
Yeah, that's to warrant her protection.
Yep. Well, I am sure that you are aware of various crafts and creations such as golem and homunculi, which we may fall under such. The uniqueness is actually deeper than that. That of our essence has been stitched together and amalgamated from multiple essences to create something wholly unique, far unlike your guards or any of my current companions. And given that the one who did this no longer resides in this world, that would mean that the production outside of any kind of natural means would be impossible, rendering us and my kin truly unreplicatable. To be less flowery with it, to speak more plainly, so at least Brian has a better idea. Basically, Master Colin took multiple souls, and amalgamated them together to put into a single body.
And who are you referring to? Who did that? I just thought of curiosity. I missed who you were
sorry, I only partially heard that. What was the question?
Question is who are you saying are marginalized?
Him and his siblings, effectively, especially the guy who has been following you and helping you, effectively much homunculi.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. For Christina, basically, their souls, due to the fact that they're actually a combination of souls, could be considered artificial in a sense, and their bodies were created to house the soul. So.
Wow. I gotcha.
Yeah.
The Archbishop will look in disgust. He was like, ugh, how filthy. Of course something like that would come from the land of Aslan. Milady, we must get rid of these disgusting people at she will wave her hand at him, and you'll see him kind of buckle, like, you'll see him cough up some blood. And she was like, excuse you, I was talking. Homunculi, you said. I've been told that that was an imperfect process, and he usually just created abominations. And here you are, living and breathing, and even curtsying to me. Oh, this is indeed a treasure. Yes, I will keep these trinkets. They shall be greatly... They shall be greatly guarded and watched and protected. I guarantee you that none of these filthy Dark Lords shall get their hands on them. You should.
Okay, wait for a second.
Wait, why are you not worried?
Because this is the most reasonable of the Dark Lords. And
she's about to make them all her slaves and figure out how to have her scientists experiment on them and reverse engineer them.
Well, not necessarily, but who knows?
That's implied. You literally just told a woman that she can craft the perfect peasants.
She is, from what you guys know from your... at least Khalid and Nayland Khalid, Nayland, and if I remember correctly, Zara did a really good history roll on this place. She seems far more interested in having things that other people can't, just so that she can have them.
I figured that was it. It's the...
Yeah, most of the things that she has have never actually been used. She has rooms in this mansion she's never stepped into. She has artifacts that she's never even touched. She just likes having things other people can't.
Yeah, she is like the reverse of whatever his face. I have treasures that no one else can have.
Yeah. She particularly enjoys, which is actually good, because she in particular does not like Hazard, because she knows how much of an asshole he is, and she knows that he's trying to escape. And whenever she's been presented with something that could possibly help him escape, she hoards it. So chances are she probably at least has teleportation devices around here that could leave Ravenloft. But she just chooses to keep them stored away so that she can say that she's the only person in possession of them.
That's petty. I love it.
Yeah. Funnily enough, the suicidal brothel member is how I could justify enacting this in character.
Yeah. She will look at you. She was like, you have my word. She was like, you have my word on the Rainier family. On the Rainier family name. Jacqueline Rainier, shall make sure that your siblings are very well taken care of. They shall be treated like gold.
I will,
They will be melted down and added to the walls.
But I hope you're wrong. Because if that does happen, he will come in here and fight to the death. But anyway, I will. Do people around here do they bow, kneel? What's the? Have I observed any custom with that?
Seems to be rather stiff. Currently, the Archbishop is kind of. The Archbishop is currently regaining his composure, wiping blood. Seems to be wiping the blood off of his mouth with a handkerchief that he pulls from underneath his cloak. You also see him subtly casting a healing spell on himself.
Okay. In which case, I will give a bow and say, thank you, Your Highness, by your will. And as for the people around me, he next will have a visible look of discomfort that he's trying to hide. As that is information he does not like to share in any kind of public setting.
She will look around and say, it was like, for those of you in this room, if word of this leaves this room, I shall have all of you killed. If one of you speaks, all of you die.
I don't know what the fuck going on.
The guards will just kind of nod.
God damn it.
The guards will kind of nod.
Yeah.
You can tell that they seem to be rather afraid. For Nayland, Khalid, you are aware that when royalty says that you will die, that doesn't just mean them. That means them and their families are probably going to die as well.
Yep.
Oh, joy, the royal we.
She will say, this
dogs are outside.
This information is confidential. It does not leave this room. If that annoying eunuch of a wizard finds his way over here, or if I see any of his forces crossing into my territory, I shall take it as a treasonous action.
Oh gosh, I'm so tired.
He has no reason to believe that you're here, if I'm correct in assuming as such.
You've been sleeping about 3 hours.
I only part that I heard, if I'm correct in assuming as such, but
she was like, if I'm correctly assuming as such, has no reason to believe that you and your brother have traveled to this land.
Shouldn't.
Not to my knowledge, Your Highness.
Good. Then he has no reason to look for you. He has no reason to look for them here. Therefore, they should be safe.
I feel like I'm hungry, but I also feel like I'm trying to eat.
She will say, is there she will ask before I ask something of all of you, is there anything that you wish to say to me?
You already got paid, right? Oh, then I don't care.
I'm not gonna. I don't think I can push my luck. So
Yeah, I'm good.
if I may meta for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Christina, if you wish to risk it, maybe you could have her validate your risen undead.
That'd be really pushing your luck.
It's like no, I think that's a super high risk. It just popped in my head though.
Yeah, we get it. Is he with us? I can't remember. I think he is, right? Like,
You better go eat your food. Your sister's gonna eat it.
what's
You
that?
left
Sorry.
him behind because you were afraid that he would end up dying if he passed through the barrier.
Oh, my baby.
So your last command to him was to just kind of wander around. So he just kind of looks like some homeless person wandering around in the docks.
Oh, right. I thought I told him to wander, like wander kind of close. Oh no. Oops.
I mean, he's kind of close. No, so he's kind of close, but he's wandering around. You know, you did a disguise roll, so he's dressed up. So the guards are just kind of looking at him like some shambling drunkard.
Okay, I think my baby will be okay. And if not,
Does anyone else wish to ask Lady Rhaenyra?
stop the racism! Stop the racism!
Given Rand's motives, is there anything you would want to ask?
Rayon is very distracted right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rayon is not present. Rayon is looking back towards the exit.
Completely shamble. But out of character, only thing I have to say, David, my dude, you had a true name essentially said. You've got that shit. Effectively. So, yeah.
I like this stage.
Okay,
This stage is
cool.
so
In which case,
this thing.
she will look towards your group. I must say, you all look well rested, and you've all proven yourselves to be rather capable. In which case, if you are willing, I do have a task for you that I would like for you to complete.
Rayon is gonna turn around from looking at the door and look over, cock his head sideways, like, "What, lady?"
I'm listening. Nick knows better than to say no when someone with power has a request. So
You are, she will say, do not worry. She will say, do not worry. I'll say, it is a task that is possibly, which, if everything goes well, is far simpler than the task that you had with the, far simpler than the task that you had at the bakery.
Lies you tell.
Oh, I must say, there's going to be an event in town. There's going to be an event in town, and it's going to be held by none other than it's going to be held by none other than our dearly beloved Lord Carrion Driscoll. He is quite the what's the word that we use for his kind? The Archbishop will say, I believe the term that the younger aristocrats are using is mover and shaker. He's like, yes. It was like yes. It was like he is quite the he is proving to be quite the amazing young man with much potential. And I fear that there are others who wish to potentially cause him some serious harm. And that I must say cannot stand. I believe that there may be some sort of assassination attempt on his life at this event. Unfortunately, I've been given intel that there are several members there are several members within our circle who wish to seek, who wish to use his death as a means by which to ascend the ladder. And I would rather they not kill him, because that would greatly affect that would greatly put me out if he were to die at their hands.
She says stress her out.
Yep.
Lay down.
As in poison over half of her population, I suppose.
So I would appreciate it. I would like to hire you all to make sure that he makes it. I would like to hire you all to discreetly keep an eye on him. Make sure that nothing happens to him.
10,000 platinum apiece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, let's get paid, man.
You don't dictate price to these people.
You might have cut it short. She might have been willing to pay 20K.
A piece.
I don't think you're that high.
I must say, she will say it was like we will get you. It was like we will of course dress you and she'll look you all up and down significantly better, so that you can attend this place without any semblance of suspicion. Unfortunately, your skin tones cannot be helped, but we can. We can work around that. Although the pretty one will be able to get by just fine.
Who's the pretty one?
Khalid.
Who's Khalid?
Greg.
Okay.
He has a special place.
She will look towards the rest of you, and she will say, I will come up with a fitting reward. It was like, I will come up with a fitting reward for all of you. Do not be troubled. I'm not like the others who you run across who wish to use words and by wish to double cross you. You will not get some fitting reward as in death. You will be paid for this. You will be paid for this as I hope that my most recent showing of willingness to pay you has shown that I am more than willing to pay a worthy price or
Thank you very much.
So does this mean that upon finishing this, I would appreciate it if you could deliver him safely to my manor.
Bodyguard and escort. Got it.
Oh,
That's mission.
didn't realize it was that kind of mission.
Wrong kind of escort.
Oh.
She will smile. She was like, so, do we have a deal?
Yeah, sure. Just sign here on the dotted line.
What might happen, Your Highness, if something were to befall this good sir while he's in our service? For care.
Oh, simple. You just don't get paid.
Okay.
Oh, I'm okay with that. That's better than last week.
She's going to look at you and say, but you thought I would kill you for failure.
Titan.
Oh no.
Very, very careful.
What the policies are here. So just like clarification. Thank you.
She'll laugh. She thought I would kill them for failure. She thinks she'll look at her guard. She was like, they think they're you. The guards will kind of.
That's awful.
It's like Sierra as a manager.
I don't kill
Christine Hayes. Do you see that nurse? She thinks I'll kill her for failure, like I do you guys. Is that Titan growling?
She's
Groaning.
She was like, as much as I've grown accustomed
The baby on this side.
as much as I've grown accustomed to all of you, at the end of the day, you're effectively hired up against the mercenaries. I do not hold you to the same standard as I hold my guards. You're expected to fail. They aren't.
He doesn't want to sit on her.
Earlier he did. He didn't care.
For clarifying, Your Highness.
Okay, can we go now?
Here, Titan.
I'm gonna say that in everyone's head so that it is not in the verbal.
Okay.
It's okay.
Everybody except Tatsuka because she can't hear me. Lay down, Titan.
She will.
You're wrong. That was a Titan.
She will say,
I'll give you pets for that.
She will look to you all. She will look to you all. Where are you? She will look to you all and say, he was like on your way out. On your way out, you will be on your way. You will be given directions and instructions for where to go to the nearest tailor. They shall fit you and shall craft the proper attire for you to wear to this event. The event is tomorrow night.
She said tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like the event is tomorrow night. Feel free to do whatever it is you people do for fun.
Go to your room. Go ahead. Yeah.
Not you.
Go
You're
to
being
your
good.
room. No, go. I tried to make space. You cannot have the whole couch.
So,
It was like
Since when?
meant, but also.
You know this about me, Papa. I don't share. Ever.
okay. Matt, could you make me a wisdom save?
You said a wisdom save?
Uh-oh. Did you hear that, Oscar? He needs like a wisdom save.
That's not good.
I need a half a bottle of tequila.
Your die has betrayed you?
And a coffee. Go to your room.
And a coffee?
A
You can
little
drink coffee.
sleep I just had.
She needs a coffee with a little bit of coconut milk in it.
Yes.
If my whiskey is still around, do you want that?
Oh, okay. Well, that's not so bad. That was a 14.
Okay.
High wisdom save.
Very nice.
It's probably still going to do something terrible to me.
1 second.
Is Liz still here?
No.
Okay.
She's gone?
Yeah.
When did she
Okay.
leave?
I'm gonna say you feel
Right
this,
before my
you feel
food got
this
here.
strange.
Oh.
I'm gonna say you feel this strange.
Yeah, well, she was knocked out just as much as you were when
You feel this
Alex
strange
got
backlash.
so she probably doesn't realize she left her tablet.
Poor thing.
I heard backlash.
You must say, Brayon, you feel this strange psionic backlash in your brain. You take 15 psychic damage.
Ooh,
Dude.
Ow!
Oh, is that because you're talking in our heads? It's because you're talking in our heads.
No, I don't think it's from talking in your heads. I think it's from the other thing that's going on.
I think all you guys are on drugs.
Also, that's
Might
not
get
my
checked
actual
out.
HP.
If you're hearing some strange person talking.
She will look towards you guys, and she will look towards you guys and wait and kind of her hand. And it was like,
You didn't hear anything?
It was like, excuse.
Wait, what?
She will wait
That's
for
going to
him
be
to say,
pointedly-
she was like, you all dismissed.
Thank you, your liege, for being so kind and gracious.
Your Majesty. And with that, I will turn and leave. And now that I'm not facing her, I will kind of let the I I will kind of drop the stoic nature I was trying to maintain, at least in my face, of kind of like, whew, a bit of relief because I had no idea how that was going to go.
Okay, I am going to be kind of walking very quickly out, trying to see if I can feel what I felt before and trace it.
I would be backing out much more casually, though, watching this guy hurrying across the... Like, oh, God, I think it's best since I've moved since he got here.
So you all begin to dismiss yourselves as Rayon just kind of power walks past all of you.
All this has made me hungry.
You will, I'll say, anyone looking at Evan will see him turning around and kind of locking eyes with the Archbishop. Before turning around and keeping his way on out.
Why does Evan have beef with the Archbishop?
The guy's the head of his church.
Oh, is he an asshole?
They're all assholes.
Yeah, this is Ravenloft. Everybody's an asshole.
Asuka,
Evan, lighten up. This is their land, not ours.
you were being a
Can't
good
just
girl.
come in here and take people's
You're a
land
good
from
girl.
them.
Yes.
That's not how it works.
Yes, such a good girl. What? I'm sorry.
I'll say, Evan's going to kind of look at you. He's like, he's like, this isn't about trying to take their land or do anything new. He's like, do anything that's simple. He was like, something about him just doesn't sit well with me.
Is it because he's white?
It's because he's in love with him.
Do you want me to go talk to the Archbishop for you?
He's gonna look at you and then just be like, given your circumstance, I do not think that would be wise.
I don't know. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I could, maybe wake up tied to his bed with whips and chains. And that just sounds like a good time.
Or
I don't know, considering how great a time you had in the brothel.
Hopefully the brothel doesn't repeat herself.
Or the holy man just decides to start, raining down the wrath of God on you.
I mean, there are worse things that have been rained down upon me, so.
Damn!
And he's gonna kind of
You got him in the PP stuff.
scoff and be like, and you talk about, he's like, you question what I get up to when I walk off.
No, I don't question you at all. I don't really care what you get up to, so long as you come back.
I would like to say the same thing, but usually when you come back bearing some sort of...
That's a good boy.
Well, hey, last time I came back bearing you a possible future wife, so you're welcome.
You mean a paid-for slave?
She's not a slave!
She's free!
She's free! Damn it, all that fucking work, she's not a slave!
Are we having this conversation in the...
We're walking out as we're
Okay.
You guys are kind of... You guys have left the main room. You're kind of just walking out this really long hallway, this really long corridor, making their way up the front. The guards escorting you don't seem to be paying attention to whatever you're saying, or if they are paying attention, or if they are hearing you what you're saying, they don't seem to be responding.
The rest of my day get much more busy.
Your siblings seem to be trying to keep their mouths shut. You can tell. You can kind of get the notion that they want to say something, but they're like, we probably shouldn't say anything over here. After about 5 minutes of walking, you will actually make it towards the front door. As you are escorted out, and the door promptly slams shut behind you.
Okay.
So, who's up for drinks?
I would like to, but I now have a number of things I need to get done in order to not have Her Highness have her poison kill me.
Khan is going to...
I need to come up with really good recipes and make sure that my family here has employment, because even with her protection, I would not want to risk money-induced death.
That's fair.
Might I recommend you try the cinnamon squirrels? But I can't say that. Rayon in character is not saying that because Rayon is one-track minded and probably not even hearing you guys right now.
Don't we need to swing by that tailor's place also to get the whatever orders in so they have enough time to actually do it?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I
Khan is going to...
I can make my clothes.
but will it have the thread count that they?
You probably
Fair
you probably will at least be there long enough to get an idea of what sort of fashions they're looking for.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Even if you do it yourself, you know.
So you said you're going to try and make your own clothes?
By make my own clothes, I mean like shapeshift into...
I say she's going to mystique herself some...
So whatever thread count you need.
Naked.
Yeah.
What was the...
You haven't played with Sierra very often. She's usually naked.
I really am. Well, wait. On Star Wars, I'm not.
Sorry.
Technically, that's not being naked.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's covered in fur, so that's not being that.
Danny.
Naked. The lack is a lack of clothing.
Danny had on a thin suit. She was not naked.
Yeah, she had the same as body sock.
And then when she was, and she wore
a nightie. Or a nightie.
But that was like to bed, so that doesn't go into bed wearing nighties don't count. So like.
Trish, what was the divvy? Or is already doing that?
I have not done that yet, but I can.
Okay.
I was going to wait till we got back to the campsite so that we weren't doing it in front of everybody.
Gotcha. Okay.
Isn't it
Yes.
10,000 apiece?
Alright.
It's like in the land of, like most likely to get mugged.
The moment that they close the door, Khan will kind of similarly drop a facade as she begins clutching her arm. Showing how much pain she is actually in.
Who's that?
What is sister?
Oh. At least they survived.
What's wrong?
You'll see her like when you show concern. You'll see her like quickly. You'll see her like quickly try to cover her arm, and like underneath the cloak, and she was like, "It's nothing that you really need to worry about."
Can I make a perception roll to see if I notice anything odd?
It is big enough, dumbass, for the three of us.
What?
She's yelling at
I
Titan.
believe that's other yelling. Or different yelling.
Different yelling.
Yes, different yelling.
Yeah, sorry. Titan, we have a new addition to our family, and Titan's not happy about it.
Wait, this is a new addition.
Oh, I have a new puppy.
As of today.
Yeah, it's a Pitsky. It's a pit bull husky mix, and
What?
she has two different colored eyes, and it is like beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
Her name is Sapphire.
I want pictures.
I'll post the pictures I took earlier on the Skype so you can see them.
Yeah. Thank you. Show me the critter.
Earlier she was afraid,
Before
and now
she's
she's
able
like,
to,
this bitch.
before she's able to pull her arm away, you will see that she seems to have what look to be two significantly sized like metal scales protruding from her forearm that were not there at first.
Huh. You've been over this.
Okay. I will not make any notice of it at the moment, given where we are.
Alright.
If you say so.
When she looks at you, I'll say, as she kind of turns to you, and as she kind of turns to you and looks to you when she says nothing, as she's pulling her arm away, you will notice a dull red glow kind of dissipate from her eyes.
Do I need to make a wisdom save?
No, it's just whatever she was just dealing with. Whatever she must say, you're able to tell with that perception check that she was not aware that her eyes were glowing just now.
Okay.
It's just something that dissipated as she is trying to, suppress whatever she's dealing with.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
No.
I mean, if she gets possessed, it's best that you put her down.
Wow. The good news is no one ever truly dies, so.
Air's gonna look towards you. He was like, guess we just got adopted by the richest person in Ravenloft. Yay!
Worse things have happened.
Well, I'm just glad that, well, you're under the protection of someone who can prevent any thing serious from happening to you all. Though, to be safe, since I apparently need employees for a bakery, I offer all of you a position so you can avoid the money-based life debt that is in this place.
Lycha's gonna be like, ooh, cooking? I always wanted to learn how to bake. That's gonna be great. Air's gonna be like, working was never my bag, but neither was dying. So, sure.
Well, plus Air, with what you can do, you could probably make bread just by tossing it.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, no. I have a better. Lycha, you cook it, and since I'm the fastest, I'll deliver it.
There you go.
Teamwork makes the dream
Oh
work,
my
babe.
goodness. Uber Eats.
I'm so tired.
Khalid will actually chime in and say, I don't think any other bakery would have that.
My eyes are Sam.
Yeah, most of the time, most people need to go to the bakery to pick it up. So you'd be the first bakery with a delivery service. I think that's
Where did
about
Titan
class.
settle down? Getting it.
They kind of look at you like, well, I suppose I could run the front. It was like, I suppose I could run the front, and be the face. She'll kind of smile and look at at Nyx.
I really don't need
It's like I could be, the face of I could be the face of the company at least. First, I'll say it's always nice to. It's like, at least from what the master said, it's always nice to have pretty faces wandering around.
There you go.
Sounds like a plan. I'll
Thurman is just kind of sitting there with his arms folded. He just kind of hasn't said anything.
I'll draft some starting recipes then that will hopefully be to Her Highness's taste.
I volunteer as tribute to test your food.
Sounds good. Hopefully something with a will of tea.
Yes, most definitely.
Thurman is going to kind of look at the other four siblings and be like, this bakery, I feel, does not suit my talents. I would if I am unfortunately to remain here, I would much rather go and speak to the. I would much rather go and speak to Her Majesty and see if my services could be used in a better capacity as one of her guards.
I like how people are so full of themselves.
Zara says she is looking for a boy toy, but you might be able to convince her.
He'll look at you. He'll look over to you. No, so he'll look over to you, Zara, and he will say, that is not something that I can dedicate myself to at this time.
After that, Khalid will chime and say, besides, her type is very high maintenance and extreme control, and yet you don't want to be in that position. Trust me. Been there before.
He will say the elf speaks the truth. But I'll say, besides, I'm duty bound. I'm currently duty bound right now. I cannot be in the services of someone lesser than the one who I'm sworn to protect.
Well, fair, of course, was just an offer. However, I believe the terms was protection within her domain. Feel free to check with the Dark Lord, but I don't believe it precludes you necessarily leaving, because that is what you want. Though that does sound especially dangerous.
I have no intention of leaving, but I have no intention of leaving. I do not need you to. It was like, I do not need you to be more worried than you already are. You have gone through a great deal to protect us. So, Masay, as our family's leader, I shall follow you. I shall follow your wishes.
Hush. Lay down.
Good then.
I will stay here in this town, and I will do my best to appease its ruler. I will not work in this silly bakery, though. I will find another means.
As long as you survive, that's all I care about.
Be security for the bakery, like it.
For Rayon, you said you are looking around currently?
Yes, trying to channel myself to find the source of that.
Where is she? Tell me where she is.
Don't dive check. No.
Either make me a. You can either make me a wisdom roll with a lower difficulty or an arcana roll with a higher difficulty.
Are we all just fucking around in the middle of the street?
From what I was told, you guys are going to go get. Well, at least some of you said you were going to get your measurements.
Yeah. Okay, so we're still on the way to the tailor. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the wizard.
Unless some of you aren't going to go.
Definitely going.
Yeah, I'm going to the tailor as well.
Yeah, I was heading towards the tailor, but I'd also like to get there and ask the tailor questions about the type of women that the guy.
You can turn your little lady friend over to the bakery.
Yay! I can get rid of her! Well, no, I already turned it over to Evan, so Evan can turn her over.
Well, Evan's been trying to get out of having her, so between the two of you.
Evans already made arrangements to have her. Evans already made arrangements to have her dropped off at the church.
That works too.
Oh, that poor woman. Why did he have to subjugate her to such cruelty?
Lay down.
What if she didn't want to be part of the church? Did he ask her what she wanted?
She also didn't want to be a slave, or
And yet, she didn't seem to understand the concept of freedom.
Well,
Should have been at the bakery.
because she was expecting to go back into slavery. She's kind of mentally broken, and she's like she doesn't know how to think for herself.
That's okay. I will let Evan know to go get her and take her to the bakery with my pet's siblings, and and they will care for her and make it so that eventually she knows that she is a free woman, and nobody with a penis can tell her what to do.
She's an indentured servant if you send her to the bakery, and also she sounds like she'd make an awful employee.
She would make an amazing employee. She already knows how to wait on people.
She knows how to serve sweet buns.
Apparently she does it though.
But I will let them know that they should probably just like cater to her for a little bit until she gets in her mind that she's free.
Like I said, she's a terrible employee already, and she hasn't even started.
Evan will say once her mental anguish and wounds have been healed over, we can see about getting her a job.
Okay, I just don't think the church is the best place to take somebody for some mental healing and anguish. Like, I feel like the church would just inflict more of that on her.
What do you mean?
That's just my opinion.
Never mind. Nope. I keep forgetting. In character, I'm too distracted to have conversations with you people.
So he's going to look at you and kind of be like, well, he was like, well, of course you wouldn't know anything about that. So I can't hold that against you that you don't understand what faith can do.
She like goes to say something and then she stops herself and then she goes, what I really want to say I can't say in front of mixed company. Just know that it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Have it your way. Your big brother knows best. What the fuck ever.
I'll say he's going to kind of like turn his back and keep walking. He's going to turn his back and keep walking and just tell you. He's like whether you like it or not, my prayers have saved you on more than one occasion.
Again, mixed company. I'm not gonna say that right now, but no, it's coming. Just know it's coming.
It's Chicago.
I got you.
You know, mechanically, yes. I say mechanically, as far as game terms, as far as his spells, yes, they have.
Yeah, again, look, shit. She's gonna wait till they're not in mixed companies, and then she's gonna let them have it. She can't do that now without giving too much away. So.
Okay. So you, must say for a minute, must say Rayon, you will. I must say you are. I must say you're kind of picking up a remnant traces of the. Must say you're picking up remnant traces of what you felt. It's I must say you can't. I must say it doesn't exactly seem traceable, but I must say it doesn't exactly seem traceable, but. Looking into the sky, looking into the sky because this feeling draws you. This feeling draws your eyes skyward. You feel a familiar. You feel like this familiar joy. As you lock in on this feeling, it's a familiar joy of revelry as I say, this familiar joy of revelry as this familiar and kind of this kind of kind breeze blows towards you.
I give you kisses all the time.
Oh, okay.
Go.
Well,
Be an asshole. No.
I will mentally. Rayon is gonna like look up there, looking at the sky, sigh for a minute, and then turn around and be like, "Sorry, what were we talking about?"
You were talking about going over there, and we were going over here. and you were going to take this strange creature with you.
Which one are you pointing at for strange
She
creature?
points at what's her name, Zara?
Zara.
Zara just quirks an eyebrow. Strange.
Yeah, that I had put that together, Brian. So I had put that together. While I wouldn't mind going anywhere with her.
See, look, I got you laid already. You're welcome. Have a nice one. Enjoy. Make sure to use protection.
Excuse me?
Not planning on tapping that.
Excuse me! I was thinking who I am tapping, who I am not tapping, and this is not up for debate. We're going to get clothes, and whatever.
It's like, okay, have it your way. Is there like a magazine or tabloid here?
Oh my god.
What?
I'm asking because I want to. Well, no, I want to know what type of women the Mark is into, or the person we're supposed to be bodyguarding.
Well, this is supposed to be the fancy tailor, or aren't they normally the gossipy sort? You could probably get it out of them.
Them too, yeah.
Okay.
Just ask for Serge.
Serge.
So if everyone's going to the tailor, your siblings will not go with you as they have no intention of attending this party.
Good on them. They're smart. Children should not be allowed.
I'll take fitting room 1, please.
Do you realize that means that they
to Nix and his kin that they go ahead and start getting the bakery set up for to like live in and all that. move their effects there and all that. Make it easy.
Why do you not want to go see your sister?
I'm not saying she like she'll be like, that's a fantastic idea. She was like, that's a fantastic idea. She'll say thank he was like, thanks, Khalid. She'll like give you a punch in the arm that feels far harder than most of the punch you've gotten in the arm.
Good swing.
Such an accepting.
I used to have a party who had many a Pirani member. And I was very squishy back then.
Must say the heir will be like, all right, well, guess that's about the best thing. He will tap his foot on the ground once, as wind will start to gather underneath his feet as he starts floating about 5 feet off the air.
Do they have funds for whatever they might need to start repairs, or?
Hey, no, we'll be fine.
Oh.
Alright. I like that will-do attitude. More money in my pocket.
I was gonna set aside some funds after the
From your share, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Did you sign the contract?
I did.
Yes.
So your siblings are going to be like, he was like, remember, we came here with money.
Right. You are right. I had forgotten.
Just like someone else I know.
He was like, we came here with money, and then Light was like, yeah, remember we looted Dad's place.
Yes. I've been a bit focused recently.
Don't lighten up.
It was like before you guys destroyed it, remember?
Drinks on this guy.
We didn't destroy it. Hey, why drinks on me?
I mean, why not? You're Viscani and all. It's kind of part of what you're supposed to do.
I'm supposed to get you the drinks, not necessarily provide them.
I mean, the tomato, potato, it's the same thing.
Remember, the house did collapse into
Quickly to the nicest bar.
So remember, the house did collapse into effectively a black hole. So they're like, yeah, the house kind of got destroyed.
Roma, that stereotype was supposed to also pay for it using your shares.
Well, no, hold on. Let's not get too hasty.
Speaking of shares, I'd like to have revisit that conversation of the demo support I offered.
I will get to portioning it out once we get there. I figure I can work on that while we're at the tailor shop while you guys are getting measured. I just don't want to do it in the middle of the street in the land that literally is most likely to get us mugged.
No, they're not going to mug us. Nobody wants to die
Not in
that
this
way.
part of town. This is chump change in this part of town.
Any money is valuable money in this place.
He's not wrong, but they're not suicidal enough to rob us.
Well, they don't know that until they already start something.
Oh.
I just saved the hassle.
Actually, no. I want us to get robbed. Oh, we have so much money. We don't know what to do. We need a beggar or a thief or somebody to rob us of our coin.
Must say, based on the way you guys look, technically, you all look like the vagabonds here.
We look like the muggers.
We're scruffies.
As someone of the profession, Khalid will, like, loudly enough for the group to hear, be like, yeah, believe me, I think I'm normal. I'm the, of the type, and nobody here really looks that, except us. but we're trying to fix that.
Yeah.
Are we? Seems like we did a little bit of selling out, in my opinion, but
Not selling out, it's blending in. There's a difference.
There's enough for me to go around.
Don't tell your brother. Go get your brother. Go
In
get
order
him.
to sell out, you sell
Go
out.
get your brother.
In that case, I still. Yeah, I had to give that up years ago.
never sell out.
No. You're not slick.
Are we?
Go get him.
Are we at the tailor's place yet? The tailor's place yet?
Go get Titan. Go get Titan. Go tell him. Go tell him. You are failing at this. You're supposed to keep your brother in line. You're the big sister. You're supposed to provide.
She always trying to sniff his butt. Like, she does not seem like a reliable, source of inspiration.
I think I'm the only reliable source for Titan right now.
It's like Compass betrayed me. She has found a new love. I did.
That is kind of a bit of a betrayal. Did you have a conversation with Titan firsthand to let him know what was coming?
No, when I got here, he was very confused.
Did you have a conversation with your daughter? Because that's who I'm more concerned with. She could break into tears over the fact that you have another child.
No. Lynn was fine with it. Lynn was. It was funny because I walked in, and Lynn was like, "Oh, you have a puppy." And then Titan looked very confused by what I was holding. Like, he was like, "What is that?" And he followed us around for a little bit. And then when I put her down, he was like, "What? And started freaking out because he's like, "What is this thing in my home?" And then when I picked her back up, that's when he was like, "Oh, hell no, Karen. There's only room enough in your life for one, and that's me."
You have some very jealous, children in your life.
Yes, very much so.
Oh my goodness.
Lynn was okay with it though. She was like, "We have a new addition to the family. I'm so happy." Tang, on the other hand, was like, "There can only be one."
Except there's not like technically
Explain to me.
you. I guess you can't count.
Go to David. Go to David, because we don't want you right now. Titan, stop. Go to David. We're gonna love on this puppy, just like we loved on you.
Can't wait.
She's
Can't
a
wait.
puppy. You can go sit over there.
Come on.
I think I must have come to fight off a little early. Like I'm
Here.
So I'm going
Are you happy? Are you happy now?
Cool.
Look, the puppy is gone.
Do you see how Asuka's behaving? Just pouting in the corner silently.
Alright, well, good night then.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, what happened?
Christina's signing off early.
Oh, good night, my love. I love you.
I say it was very hard to hear over you two, but
Hey,
Stop.
Alright. I'll catch y'all, I guess, in a couple weeks. Yeah.
yes,
See you then.
Make sure I get cool clothes.
we got
Of
you.
course.
We'll make you look like a quarter's in.
Yeah, everything will be bedazzled.
Stop.
And go on like, oh,
What?
look up the Pinterest stuff. There's Pinterest actually has some pretty good like D&D kind of art if you really want to go with that. But yeah, have fun tonight.
Thank you. Gotta go to sleep. Oh. Alright. Ciao, y'all.
No, because you don't know how to behave yourself.
She said,
Call. I don't even know how to do that. Wait, yes, I do. Okay,
click
bye.
on the red phone.
so for the rest of you all, I'm going to go ahead with the assumption that she will get an outfit befitting the occasion.
That's what she said she wanted to do, so yeah.
Okay, your outfits, your outfits for this have been, the cost of your outfits being made has been comped by the Rainier
Titan,
family.
bro.
Oh wow, nice. Okay.
As by, when you enter, when you enter in,
Hey.
the tailor will tell you,
Sir,
that
get in your room.
It was like, dude, please don't worry about paying for anything. You don't know anything. The Rainier
Yeah,
family
her food's in the car.
seen to it that
When I get up to
this
go
will
get
be
my
taken
food.
care of. They look kind of nervous saying this.
Oh, well. Thank you very much.
Does that mean we can get multiple clothes over here?
They probably aren't copying multiple outfits.
One more extra won't hurt, right?
Isn't for you any one outfit an extra, considering what you're...
Titan, in your room. Well, yeah, but I mean, a girl can't have too many clothes.
Oh, but...
Yeah. But Gaston, I have a question for you. What can you tell me about
We were never actually given a name?
The Lord.
Or if we
Yes.
were given a name, I couldn't hear over you and the dogs.
It was
David wrote it down.
yeah, it's
Lord Carrion Driscoll.
There we go.
Lord Carrion
yeah.
Driscoll? I will hand the guy one platinum piece.
He will kind of like wave it off. He's like, no, please don't give me your money. He just seems to be like looking around when you say that.
They probably threatened him not to take our money.
Oh, this is gonna be like taking candy from a baby. Yes. Okay, of course.
I'm not saying it was like he will say the gentleman, Lord Carrion Driscoll, like while he is doing this, he's going to kind of like wave one, whichever one of you wants to go first to start getting
I'll hop off.
He's kind
I'll
of
go
holding
first.
like that measuring tape.
I was about to go first, but go right
Just
ahead.
remember, a gentleman doesn't use fitting room number 2.
Wait. Do you want to make a dex off to see who
Tight.
gets there first?
Go
Stop.
to your room, huh?
Do you want to make a dex off to see who gets up there first?
We can go at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind
Go back
sharing.
to your
There's only one of them,
That's
so
it. You can't measure multiples of you at the same time.
That's fair.
So. I'm just going to go over to the corner here so I can pop my rope trick and start counting out so people can get their money.
Just vanishing into thin air. Fair enough.
Lay down.
Alright, then,
Try not to make a scene.
I'll say he will mention Lord Carrion Driscoll is a he's a rather new to the aristocracy around here. His family was unfortunately assassinated by a rival family looking to who, when they felt that the Driscoll family was attempting to ascend beyond their station. Lord Driscoll was left alone in his mansion with the corpses of his mother and father laying next to him, hoping that incident would disparage him from wanting to try to climb the ranks. Instead, the Lord Driscoll is proved to not be so easily dissuaded, as he went around gathering a lot of allies behind him with his charismatic demeanor and his I'd be willing to say rather dashing looks for someone of his lineage.
I doubt he's dashing, but okay, whatever. What kind of women does he normally court, or he's been seen with?
He has not actually been seen with a woman.
Okay, what about men? What kind of men is he into?
Well, no, he's a rather busy man. That's actually the kind of thing. No one's actually seen him with anyone. He's usually so wrapped up in his work and the general laws and bills that he has been presenting. It has been said that it has been said by a lot of the women who have sought his hand that he is already married and to his job.
Well, I do know average women here don't look like me, so that's easily fixable.
Which of course
he will look at you and he will look at you up and down and be like, quite.
Wow!
Thank you, sir, for your honesty. While it was
do not get me wrong. It is not to say that you are likely not attractive where you come from. It's just that here, unfortunately, your appearance is not very suited for the taste of those who reside in this area. I'm certain that the people who know you well would consider you a very attractive young lady.
Keep in mind, because you slept through this part, being an elf here is considered exotic.
Exotic, yeah.
So you are very exotic, being a full-on fae.
She's like, no, don't get me wrong, I get that. But even where I'm from, technically, I'm not popular.
Evan will kind of chuckle.
Some would say you're too popular.
After he's done measuring you, he will go into a book. I'll say he will go into like pull up a more or less kind of like a tome of royal families. He will flip to the D section and he will pull up a picture of the most recent image, most recently drawn portrait of Lord Carrion Driscoll.
Wow.
Huh.
Nice.
If I went to that type of plain-looking guy, I guess that would be considered attractive to me.
I like the beard. I like the beard stubble look.
But
I like your Bruce Lee joke. It seems that pretty accurate looking.
yeah, thank you. So like, okay.
Now he will say yes. He is a rather plain young man, but I feel that his charisma makes up for his lack of good looks.
I will have to be the judge of that. But with that being said, go ahead, Greg.
Brian, don't get away with this. I know that's Corvo fucking Matano.
Yes. If it fit the bill of who I was looking for, so I was like, okay, here we go.
Like, we're using
That
this.
might be suspicious of you to say.
But yeah, like, okay, now, another question. Who is the most attractive female in the land besides the Lord and Lady?
Oh, I wouldn't know that. He'll just like kind of just go on to he's like you over there playing with the rope. Go over here.
I think you do know this. You can answer my question.
She did say second most attractive.
I'm about to say if you're about to say he's gonna say if to use a phrase that I've heard younger people around here say, there's Mistress Rainier, and then there's everyone else. If you're not first, you're last.
I was about to say.
That gives me something to build on then.
I think it's more suited that such ideas are, he'll air quote, treasonous.
There are several attractive young ladies here.
No. I got something. It's cool. I got something. No need. I know how I'm gonna play this up. I will be the most second awesome person at the ball.
Third.
Who's second?
Whoever we're the guy who we're guarding, I guess.
He's average. At best.
Yeah. Who's the most awesome?
No, attractive.
No. Who's the most attractive?
They consider him average.
Oh.
They consider him average because
Yeah. So I'm going to be the second best attractive thing.
I'm about to say they consider him average. He's only around about like 6'1". He has brown hair. He has facial hair. I'm about to say around here, dark hair is not considered attractive. Neither is facial hair.
So they like blondes, redheads. Are those like considered attractive?
Must say tall, lithe, fair-skinned, chiseled jawlines. Effectively, they follow a very Aryan aesthetic here.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So blonde hair, blue-eyed, lithe, incredibly fair-skinned. It's the reason why they kind of look at elves as they're like, oh, elves are like. They must say, if only they had money, they'd almost be as good as we are.
Oh shit! I should go with whiteface and they'll shit a brick.
But yeah, so they kind of consider elves to be almost as good as them. They're like the next best thing. It's like if you can't get someone of our people, then an elf is the next best thing.
They get all the love.
They get all the love, and soon, so will I. Now that my dress has been tailored, I must go work on my look. When is the ball? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, we're going out drinking tonight. Drinks on him.
Just starts dropping bags out of the hole.
Yeah.
Brian, at some time during the, I guess the rest of the day, maybe after drinks, Could I make a cooking roll to come up with recipes that are hopefully good enough for the mansion?
Make sure they are written in an easy to follow and understand format, since apparently none of your siblings have ever cooked a day in their lives.
Are you going back to the? Are you going back to the bakery? At any point during your free time, are you going back to the bakery?
I would probably after drinks and such. Yeah.
Okay. After drinks, when you go back to the bakery to visit, your siblings seem to be in the midst of fixing this place up with lumber and equipment that you have no clue where they got it from.
I don't want it now. I feel like walking upstairs to put it in my desk.
They seem to have lumber and equipment that you have no clue where they got it from. When you walk in there, you will see something posted on the front door.
Oh, what's on the front door?
Posted on the front door, you will just see a piece of parchment that is blank. That is just kind of sitting on the front door.
Nope.
Yeah, like this one right there.
What happened?
It peed on the couch.
Just now?
Yeah, just now.
What do you do?
Get a little pee on my hands.
Oh, this is happening at an excellent pace. Though, what's on the door?
They're like, what do you mean? What's on the door?
The blank parchment.
We're gonna have to go buy more of the.
Khan will walk over. We'll look at the door. Khan will walk over, look at the door, and she's like, "Yeah, you must." It was like she'll look at the door, stare for a moment, look over to you, kind of do like a quick sniff, and she'll be like, "You should probably slow down on the drinking." And then she'll walk back over and pick up a piece of lumber.
I would like to touch the parchment, see if it's real.
Yes.
The door on him.
You touch the parchment. It feels real.
I'll examine both sides.
Okay, so you're taking it off the door?
I got my girl.
Yes.
Okay. When you take it off the door, the moment you take it off the door, you will see these. These words in common begin to kind of etch themselves onto the paper. Reading, "Dear Nix, thank you so much for leaving. Thank you so much for taking over this bakery for us. So kind of you. We hope that you and your siblings put as much love into this food as we did, and we hope so much. You're like the kid that we never had, only with ears. But you're kind of still weird. But we love you anyway. Thank you for showing up in our lives. By the way, here you go, because my goofball of a husband forgot to leave it behind. Here's a recipe list for you, for all of our favorites. On the back is a list for 10 different flavored pies, cinnamon raisin swirls, and one of their fan favorite for kids, Candy Lads. You see an image of a significantly nicer looking gingerbread man than what you were facing when you were in there.
Good.
You will also see the cinnamon swirl. You will also see a more kitty version looking of the cinnamon swirls, and you will see pies that do not have demonic faces on them.
That's always a good sign.
Is it though?
But no recipe for pancakes, strangely.
I noticed that. No pan slams.
That's because the pancake is not over yet.
It stalks me through the lands. Dun, at night, those eyes peering through the darkness are not that of wolves.
Now he's going to be terrified of every stack of flapjacks that he ever sees.
Where'd they come from? Did I make these?
They're just like oh,
We don't know where the pancakes came from.
They're just going to set pancakes on the table, and Nix is going to pull out his gun and shoot it.
Oh man, okay. Well, that is very sweet and very useful. These old guys are great. In which case, with those recipes, I would like to try to add a few of my own.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, well, alright then, goddamn.
Y'all got your platinum amounts?
Yeah, I did.
I did not see.
Right there on the Roll20 chat.
It's 5,714.
I'm going to go ahead and add that to Zara's sheet, because I have no clue she's going to get around to it, so I'm just going to go ahead and add it to her sheet for her.
I feel that a 39 is enough to make something that
Yes, that is
like.
incredibly enough to make some.
And Titan's eaten.
Okay.
You made it, but barely.
People had.
You are, Masay.
What was it? Food Wars.
Yep.
Food Wars level.
Masay, considering how much of a fan favorite these things were, and how much the public loved these things, I can say that you can either make 5 extra menu items. Masay, you can either make 5 extra menu items that are not as good but would sell very well, or you can make 2 items that are comparable to what the mom and pop store made.
Okay.
So you can make out of 5 mid-tier bakery baked goods, or you can make 2 top quality baked goods.
I'll say 2 top quality baked goods.
Okay, cool. All right, the bakery now has a grand total of 5 top quality baked goods.
What's the matter, Cookie Drop?
Okay.
Hey.
One second. After everyone does all their drinking, what else will folks be up to?
I got nothing, so I'm probably going to head back to where we're staying.
Take.
Anyone else?
What do you mean head back to? Oh yeah, the tavern, right?
Yeah, after the drinking, wherever.
Oh yes. Drinking first.
Yeah, he just fast forwarded through the drinking.
I don't mind playing through the drinking if you want.
No. The fast forwarding is fine.
Okay. Sebastian will be serving you up your drinks.
Just had a confirm thing at the tail. Khalid does have like fine clothes that he got.
No, don't eat whatever that is on the floor.
And he can kind of talk with the tailor, like, okay, is this acceptable, or is this like still need gussied up, or things like that?
He will look at it. He's like, these actually are rather fine clothes. He will say that the quality of the fabric is actually rather elaborate, but comparatively to what they're expecting, it would
Titan.
be considered exotic,
Hush.
and you would definitely draw attention to yourself. It is high quality clothing,
Squatted right there.
but it is not quality clothing that will make you looking conspicuous. It's like he's effectively like it's bad enough that you're it's bad enough that you're an elf.
No, I meant the dog.
And then you dressing in fine exotic clothes will draw more attention to you.
Okay, essentially,
His
if the others like are leaving, I don't know what they're going to do after they get their clothes,
My dog's
but
ever skipped to me.
he would
No,
like
she
to
skipped to one.
kind of be with Taylor and do a assessment.
No, she's
of,
still
like,
late most of the time.
Seem to turn into very bland, into, as you said, blending in.
He can do that. As far as he's concerned, everyone is just getting measured, and he was going to have everyone come back tomorrow to get their outfits. If you want to stick around and after everyone's heading out in order to do that, you can do that.
Titan, hush.
The only other additional thing Khalid would do is kind of peruse him, because Khalid would want to go last on this, and he would like to talk with the tailor, like, okay, but it's also women's wear and stuff like that. Kind of showing like an interest overall of tailoring and listening to the tailor. Because out of character, Khalid, if need be, Khalid can turn into a woman, basically. Or disguise as a woman.
Okay.
But yes, back to the tavern and drinking.
Okay, so I'll say drinking, Sebastian serving you drinks, Suwaki is serving you guys food, and fan service. I'm about to say number. I'm about to say everyone give me a number. Everyone except for Tatsuki, give me a number between 1 and 6. That is not 4.
5, 2.
3.
Oh.
6.
Yeah.
Tristan, you're the big winner.
Okay. I'm about to say, Nayland. I'm about to say when she brings food to the table, as she is walking off, you will feel something. Like she's kind of like leaning over, giving the drinks. You will feel something kind of like starting at the small of your back and just kind of slowly running up it. As she kind of looks out the corner of her eye at you suggestively with a smirk before leaning back and kind of sultrily walking off like one of those like detective movies. You swear when she's walking off, you can almost hear bongos going off. Kind of like boom, 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 boom. So.
Okay then.
For the duration of your drinking and eating, you will notice that she is making some subtle and some not so subtle passes at you.
He is flattered, but will not engage.
She will say your lack of giving attention. She will.
Oh no, he'll give it attention. He just won't follow through to what she's yeah.
He'll flirt, but not go beyond that.
Yeah. He doesn't mind playing along. He's just not going to go beyond playing along.
Okay. She will. Then at the end of the night, she's going to. She's like, well. She's going to kind of whisper in your ear. She was like, I get off in 5 minutes. Do you think you could? She was like, I get off in 5 minutes. Do you think I can get off in 20?
I am flattered and all, but I do have an early start tomorrow. Hang on, what I got in here for this?
You're not about to give her the evil eyes, are you?
No. What? The fuck?
He's a professional.
Leon the professional.
I just had to check my piece real fast, make sure I didn't have advantage or something.
He's like, what do I roll to turn down if I make it over my head? It's like, what do I roll for rejection?
Well, I presume that'd be persuaded.
To let down easily of thank you, but no.
Yeah, it's okay. Alright. At least you didn't put her down easy. Oh! I could have.
She will. I'll say it. She will smile. She was like, I get it. She was like, I get it. He's like busy man. He's like busy man. It's just that you're the only. He's like, granted, it's just. She was like, I'll admit, you're about the only attractive. You're about the only attractive Vistani I've seen come through here. So figured I'd give it a shot. She'll lean over your back, give you the Jesse kiss on the cheek.
Is that a death flag?
She'll give you a pat on the shoulder. She was like, sleep tight. Good luck. Please don't die.
Well, I'm planning on it.
It's always
Really
the
tight.
plan to not die.
Sebastian will look at her as she's like walking back, and he's like, "What?" He's gonna like tap his watch and be like, "Still on the clock." And she was like, "What? I'm just trying to get tips." And she's like, "What? I'm just trying to get tips." And he was like, "That's not the type of tip that you should be trying to get right now."
No!
Khalid will laugh as if on the joke and put two platinum on the table like, fair enough. 'Cause, yeah, he's been there.
Little.
But I like how Khalid's like, man, I miss those days when I had to pull tricks for tips.
He doesn't miss it. He does not miss it. Not one bit.
Okay. You guys go ahead.
That's half the reason I had him roll for the when she mentioned how much are you worth and all that other stuff, because he didn't like being a whore.
All right. If you guys are all going to bed afterwards or doing whatever you're going to be doing,
I'm gonna go find food.
Case.
You literally just ate.
Well, not that type of food.
Okay.
Your little om-nom thing? Yeah, you just did that.
Oh, I did? Okay.
The whole thing at the brothel. This is the same.
No. I didn't eat anything at the
Never got
brothel.
consent.
Yeah, I never got consent. That was the thing. She was like, "As you wish, master," and I was like, what? So, and then I thought by her freedom would change things, but apparently not. She's like, "I'm still your humble slave," and I was like, no, honestly.
Alright, you do that. I'm going back to my wagon because I can sleep there for free, and that's literally my home. I'm not going to do a hotel and park right next to it.
You can't eat.
No, they probably charge for parking in this neighborhood.
Oh god.
Make sure you put some money on the meter at the wagon. They're going to put a boot on it.
Already did.
unless it's that weird app shit like it was at DC.
Yeah, oh my god, that was so fucking annoying. It was like, hey, use the app. It was like, use the app. We can't use the app. You know what, fuck it, let's just leave the car. Nothing happened.
I was so glad nothing happened.
Rayon, are you going to sleep?
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to sleep though.
That's a good question.
I mean,
You have a tent,
you
don't
can
you?
always pay to rent a room at the inn. It's not that expensive because I mean, I say where you guys are eating and everything. That's technically where they expect the air quotes poor people to sleep. I.e. poor people. Poor people here being roughly around the people who make anywhere from the U.S. equivalent of 50 to 100,000 a year.
Okay,
So,
I'll stay at the inn.
Okay, it's 5 gold to stay here.
Oh shit! What's the mid tier inn? What's the? Is there an inn closer to the center of town that's more expensive?
Well, yeah, the inns generally start, like the inns close. Actually, no, there are no inns in town because they're because everyone who lives in the town actually owns a home.
Okay, so literally this is like
Effectively, they view inns for poor people or travelers.
they don't have like fancy ass 5-star hotels.
If you're sleeping somewhere inside the town, it's because someone invited you to their house.
Oh well, in that case, then I will stay at the inn.
Okay.
All I have.
Okay. While you are asleep, you find yourself beset with dreams. Dreams that quickly twist into these nightmarish visions as you see a realm, as a god, familiar with looking down with your fellow gods amongst many other realms, including the ones that you were in charge of. Even though you weren't in charge of other realms, you still would sometimes like getting together with other gods and checking in with their realms and seeing how they did things.
The god orgy, of course, as one does.
Pretty much, yeah. So, what you notice is
how'd you get two dogs that would rather eat your food than eat their own?
Don't be, yeah.
I'm sure that's just a dog thing. Every dog I've known has been like that.
Yeah, but hers will turn up their noses at their own kibble.
Yeah, again, but
Asuka chows down on her kibble.
Yeah.
Asuka's a weird one. Every dog I've ever met prefers people food over dog food.
Well, I mean, they prefer people food over dog
Like they will
food,
ignore their
but
own food to get to the people food.
maybe it's just that I trained Asuka really well.
Well, Asuka has a pick your palate, so she can only eat certain things.
Well,
I just give them anything.
Anyway,
Yeah, how are these dreams?
dreams, nightmares.
Let's see what Morpheus is inflicting upon him this week.
Yeah, what's up,
see, you will see, you'll have a vision
Eat your
of.
Just talking to the dogs again.
Okay. You will have a vision, which almost seems as if it's happening in real time, almost. Looking over, you will see several. Several gods, roughly about 4 of them. One of them appears to be. One of them seems to be a. These were, from what you consider to be like lower level, like lesser gods, but they had fairly high belief system. One of them seems to kind of resemble a lobster, Another one seems to resemble a shark. One of them seems to resemble a dolphin. And standing, I'm not saying standing.
Don't get too close to the dolphin.
I'm not saying standing in the middle. I'm not saying standing in the middle, holding a great flaming sword, is the only god that whose name you remember, because he stood out, and he stood out the most to you out of this group, if for no other reason because of his nature. You recognize him as Sir.
Sir.
Searcher.
Sir.
Isn't that what's
Sir.
his face from?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is, I say, you remember him as the lawful evil god of the fire giants.
Alrighty.
They seem to be standing in a battle formation with several of their followers, entities, clerics, paladins, whatever. Effectively, whatever sort of entities they could have gotten together. Some of their followers, you'll see a couple of race of what look to be kind of these frog-like people. You think they were called the Sawagin, something. You're not exactly sure what they are.
Well, the Swaggin were fish. It was the bullywugs that were the frogs.
Yeah, I'm like, he can't really tell exactly what they're. Just like they're some sort of.
They weren't common on my world I created.
That's like, yeah, because the Swaggin are piranha people.
Yeah, I'll say you also see some lizard toad people. It's kind of weird. You see some you also see other giants. It seems to be this kit bash of primarily, at least to your eyes, fairly ugly looking creatures. Seemingly led by some equally ugly gods.
Yeah, well, I mean.
With the exception of the dolphin, none of them really got into the orgy part.
Depends who's drawing him.
Oh, that's fair.
As you are able to see what they are staring into, they seem to be staring off into the night sky. As focusing, you see this darkness start to creep over the night sky, and this darkness that is actually darker than the darkness of space. You will see this silhouette. You will begin to see this silhouette of a bird a bird flapping its wings, taking its place through space. As this feminine form starts taking shape in the stars.
All right, Jane Grey.
Before clearly you see a pale-skinned woman in a hooded robe holding a staff that the bird lands on. She holds her hand out. As this horde of dark creatures comes running out of the sky. And these gods let out a battle cry as them and their followers go running to engage in what you have already experienced firsthand is going to be a losing battle.
Yep.
Before these two armies clash together, you are jolted out of your sleep.
So
Is Ravenloft trying to absorb your world?
Oh no. My realm is already like hopefully at some point I will get to run a game in the realm that I'm creating for this. Like there's a whole creation like this isn't even all that I have written. Like I'm writing like the world lore and building a world based around what I've written in Rayon's backstory. So there will at some point be a campaign option for us to play.
Cool. Not to distract too much. World Anvil has tools that can help you with
Not sponsored.
with that if you're wanting to developing ideas.
This is totally not sponsored.
World End.
World Anvil. The reason I said it, yeah, it initially sounded like
Okay.
I heard you're writing. Why don't you try World Anvil?
Okay. That aside.
Yes. With that, you will, you will wake up. You will wake up, and as you are waking up, deep inside, even though you have been cast down, you still retain enough of your godly essence to feel that what you saw happened in the very recent past, and you feel, and like with most gods, you can feel the passing of another.
Go. Pouring one out for the homies.
You feel the twinge of you feel as if a very minor spark of the god energy has been snuffed out.
Huh.
The God Slayer is here.
Well.
Along with that, you also feel a different disturbance. Something outside of Ravenloft feels off.
Okay. I'll have to ask my patron about that at some point. Patron, what feels off outside of Ravenloft?
At some point,
Right a second, yeah.
Wait, say that again?
I said I'll have to ask my patron about that at some point. And then hey patron, what feels off outside of why does it feel off outside of Ravenloft right now? This is an in-character conversation.
You're just sitting in your room right in the dark?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll hear a page turn in the corner in a chair that is in your room.
he's the page master now.
Is he the page master or is he Darkside? If you're a turn, there's going to be this guy on your couch reading a book.
Yeah.
That's Darkside.
You will see.
Oh, you changed your image.
This gentleman stand up.
I imagine he has a different face for his world.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
He's going. He is currently holding a book, and he's going to be like, "Hey, so you saw that, huh?"
Yeah.
Kind of trippy.
Yeah. Weren't you a lot more African American before?
Yeah, I was, but I figured if you were going to wake up in the middle of the night, this would look a little less scary to you.
I don't know, having a white person in my room staring over me while I'm sleeping is kind of creepy.
Who said I was staring? I wasn't staring. I was writing.
That's really different.
Okay.
I'm about to say he's gonna be like, and Rayon calls his patron. Okay. Now, what do you need?
Well, what more do I need to give you the story so I can go home?
I'm about to say he's gonna be like, dude, you see this, right? He's gonna hold up this big tome. He's like, you see this?
That's like a pretty big book.
Yep. And what's the title on the front of this book?
Looks over at title.
A never-ending story.
It says "End of Days" on the front of it.
End of Days. I didn't realize that's what the name of the book was.
Atreyu.
I'm not saying he's gonna like open it up. I'm about to say this book obviously has like tons of pages in it. He only opens it up. It's about like 20 pages in. He's like, "This is where you are, Ivan."
At least you made it to the second chapter.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Cool.
He's gonna like, trust me. It's like, trust me. If you do this, right? Yeah, right. Let's go with right. If you do this right, then you should be getting home. What's left of it? Around about 2/3 of the way through the book.
It's not bad. 2/3? It's not bad. It's not the end.
Yep. Okay.
Catch in there.
How come I felt a god get killed, but Etheria wasn't able to kill me and my friends?
Okay. So, alright, so you got it wrong. She didn't kill you.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. She didn't kill me.
Yeah. She didn't like you guys.
So if she likes you, she kills you?
No, she
down
didn't
her
like you
backside.
guys. So she didn't like you guys. So she wanted to boot you. She wanted to take you down, Ed.
Oh, then she's gonna kill me.
Oh.
I'm about to say, these other gods?
Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot.
If Stoder is dead, then Ragnarok can't happen. So
We just go straight to Thor 4?
yeah, we just go straight to Thor 4. They just kind of shoot the breeze.
Straight to Love and Thunder, where the gods are getting killed.
Thor 4?
Yeah.
Go from Dark World to Thor 4. Sure, we can just skip Dark World?
Well, she had to go and kill Malachi.
Africa, why are you farting so much? Titan, you're being a good boy now. You've been so quiet for the last 15 to 20 minutes.
I feel like now that you said something, you just jinxed it.
You gotta tell him when he's being good, and then if he starts being bad, you tell him you're being bad.
Let's see. There's no spotlight on me. There's no spotlight on that. There's been kind of a spotlight on
He's back.
Sierra. What about Nayland and Greg?
Wasn't that the bar scene where I turned down the wafers?
He will tell you.
Who's
He's
Nayland?
gonna look at you.
Hi.
And he's gonna look at you and be like, "Well," he's like, "These other gods. She's got a bit of a plan in mind, and she's got to work quick."
Oh. Was that a knock at
I'm
the door?
gonna say she's got to work quick because one of your compatriots done goofed.
I like this.
Was it Rivendas?
No. I'm talking about the people you're traveling with right now.
What do you mean one of my compatriots done goofed?
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything.
One of your compatriots done goofed. So
Who goofed?
you'll figure that out. It's more fun that way. I mean, you got sent here. We gave you all these skills and everything. I mean, it'd be a shame if you didn't roll them.
My money on Christina.
Is it the new girl? Was it the new girl? Please just tell me if it was the new girl.
I don't know. It could have been any of your friends. A lot of them. Could have been any of you. Could have been any of these people. A lot of them.
I was about to say, calling them friends is a stretch. I mean, Nyx is kind of cool. I don't have any beef with the Vistani.
True.
No.
You know, you could argue that the Vistani is probably the only person who didn't goof.
Yeah, because I've literally done nothing all campaign.
Okay, yeah, we can mark the Vistani off.
It was the dog.
We have a dog?
The yellow corgi?
Oh yeah, the emergency food supply.
All the rest of your traveling compatriots, they've all done a handful of things that could tamper with. Could have tampered with the outside.
Oh, then that's not me. Then that's not me.
Granted, I will admit that for one of them, it was my bad. They shouldn't have left, but it advanced the story. So,
Wait, what? What's he?
That's something else you'll figure out. Don't worry, it's all cool. I must say, once I'm done writing, he'll point to the giant scroll on his back. This is going to be great. Trust me. Just
Okay.
Just go.
One more question, then you can go.
Sure.
Why did I feel Rivendas earlier?
Oh, I mean, don't you know?
If I knew, why would I be asking?
That's a good point. Well, I figured it was kind of figured it was simple. You can feel it because it's here.
Well, I assumed he's here, but I assume.
Where is what you're asking?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Well, you will definitely be seeing him. Probably, you will definitely see him before you leave town. Because he's got a job to do.
Ooh, so mysterious.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Is he working for you as well?
Hmm?
Is he working for you as well?
Technically, isn't everyone? You're the only one who actually knows that you're on the payroll, though.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, all of them are working for you, even though they don't necessarily know it.
Actually, no. They're not working for me. They are working with me. We're making a story here. You're the only one who gets the benefit from it. Hopefully they get to have fun, but you actually get to help me write it.
Okay. Alrighty. I feel like I've learned nothing and everything all at the same time. That's how I always feel coming out of these.
Good, then I did my job. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna creepily shift into the shadows over here, as you just see him kind of just slide off camera into the darkness.
Did he leave through the fourth wall?
The fifth wall.
There's no fifth wall.
There is in the fifth dimension.
In such three-dimensional terms.
Okay. Rayon at that point is probably going to go lay in bed and stare up at the ceiling and not sleep the rest of the night.
If you do not get your 8 hours, if you do not get your 8 hours, if you do not get your long rest, you will be dealing with an exhaustion point. I mean, you technically have all day to rest because the party isn't until 6. So
Yeah.
If,
I mean,
okay.
I think I'll have a cumulative long rest before.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Are we supposed to escort him to the party and make sure he gets there?
That's still
Yeah.
in the evening.
No, he must say he will already be at the party.
No, we're supposed to guard him at the party and escort him to the palace after.
Okay, I thought we were supposed to
Yeah.
bring him to it as well.
No.
Okay.
You're going to the event. He will be at the event. Miss Rainier does not believe that his guard will be enough to prevent the assassination attempt, and therefore she wants you guys there in secret to protect him if something goes down.
Gotcha.
And then once he has been protected, then it's your job to make sure that he makes it safely to the castle. Because there are nobles who want him dead. Because anyone who kills him will be able to ascend the ranks.
Right.
How the fuck did they memorize?
Maybe if I. Just saying.
You're not part of their system.
But
Yeah,
if
you're
I
not
kill
part of
him,
the system.
I
You
could
must
be
say if you
dead.
do it, if they do
That's
it,
not how that
then
works.
they get. Must say if you kill him. Must say if you kill him, then you're just a murderer. If they kill him, then they get a promotion.
Do I need to buy myself a title? Is that what it is?
Buy yourself like a centimeter of land and then have the title of lady.
Yeah.
Which I know that statue before I
purchase property, get followers, get maids, and get purchase property and have social standing.
Oh shit! Wait, does that mean I'm a lord because I own property?
No,
And
you're
Business
you
owner.
don't live here. You're just a business owner.
You need land and property.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't exactly live here, and living upstairs above the bakery doesn't count as being a lord.
Lord of the bakery.
But it's a passive source of income.
Lord Nix of the burning cakes.
No longer of the burning river, now of the burnt pies.
Mix of the burnt pies. That's going to get around and no one's going to take me seriously anymore. Mix of the overcooked baked goods.
Burning River Bakery. All our dishes are piping hot.
As cool as that does sound, unfortunately, since the Burning River is actually located in the land of Haslam, then that would actually draw attention. You'd be like, yo, there's a confectionery shop located in Rishmula called the Burning River. Then you got a whole bunch of fucking alchemical automatons coming, wandering into fucking Rishmula.
That might be funny. That might be a good story. You should do that.
I don't want to piss off the protector of my people. That's a bad move.
Then do like Russia did with Starbucks and just call it the Burning Bakery.
I'll say because
it works on multiple levels since it caught on fire before.
Because if Lady Rainier ends up having to use her poison on the automatons, then she's going to be kind of pissed.
Yeah.
So you guys, you guys will go ahead, do your thing. Is there anything you guys plan on doing during the day until then, besides collecting your outfits?
I'd like to scout the route between the venue and the palace.
Yep. And
Yeah, when they're through, I have everything I want to do, but deal with them first.
yeah, Khalid would definitely like to go along with that and go from the perspective of an assassin, because he's technically done that. So, yeah.
If you're willing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's part of the job.
Okay.
Cool.
So we got a bird eye view from Tosca, and we got the assassin view from Khalid, and we got the I'm just good at knowing where monsters like jumping out at people.
Give me a. I'm gonna say both of you guys. Give me
Investigation.
Investigation rolls.
Do I have to give one? I just got you.
He just asked us, so I assume just us.
Very well.
So you think I should use my blood buff?
Yeah. Let no bad happen.
If you got things to burn, do it then.
So I will take a D8 plus 3 in order to...
No.
I'll fight myself for a D8 plus 3 to add a D8 plus 3. There, you happy?
Woo, Khalid, woo!
We are good at this.
Jesus Christ.
They told me to use my bite, so I used my bite.
No, I mean, what I rolled, I was like, wow, at advantage, that's some bullshit. Okay, walking around the streets, you will see, you will see a gentleman, both of you will see a gentleman. Looks rather strange. Most other people don't seem to be paying him attention. You're not even sure from the way he's walking and from how people aren't really giving him much attention. You're wondering if they can even see him in the first place. Both of you will see this gentleman walking through the alleys and like walking down the street, walking past people, and it's almost like people don't even notice him. Nayland, you will recognize this gentleman.
Should I recognize? That's not ringing a bell for Tristan.
I mean, as far as like backstory, you would recognize him. He is carrying something resembling like a briefcase. His face actually does look like that. By all rights, someone this horrific should be drawing attention, but no one seems to be paying attention to him. He is incredibly tall. He seems to be roughly about 6'7".
Okay, since you say I recognize this person, who the fuck is this person?
You recognize him as a fellow hunter. He is a fellow hunter. You have seen him in your past. He's not written in your past, but he's just like in your hunting days. You have seen. You have seen and heard of him. You recognize. You've heard his name before. Based on his talents, you would say that he's roughly comparable to your skill level. His name, the name that he puts down is Diego Milgram.
Okay. I will give him a nod of acknowledgement as we pass.
I shouldn't be concerned, right? I'm safe.
Just don't draw attention to yourself.
That's hard to do, you know that.
I must say you are aware. Similar to you, he is a vampire. He must say, but he is a full vampire.
I was about to say I'm not a vampire, but yeah, okay, he's full blood.
Yeah, yeah. He is a full vampire.
So play nice.
Even though it's daytime, he seems to be walking around with Masa. Even though he's walking, Masa, you've never actually seen him during the day, but he seems to be walking around with no sort of adverse effects.
This is Ravenloft. It's not that hard. Half the time, even when you have sunlight, it's not actually sunlight.
But he'll look at you. He'll look at you. He'll look at Khalid, and he will stop and look towards you. Nayland, what brings you here?
I imagine the same as you. Work.
I should go.
I did not think there'd be much work for you here.
Well, you do what you gotta do to scrape by. I, brought some people in, working a little security, and then I'll probably take some people out.
Caw.
Security. That is intriguing. I'm here to protect as well. It is not something that I like to do. His voice is almost sounds as if it's sizzling as he's talking. It's almost like you can hear something. It's almost as if you can hear something bubbling and sizzling like acid in the back of his throat.
He just needs some.
Well, admittedly, escort duty is a bit beneath us, but you're limited by what's in the area, right?
Very much so. I thought that you would be spending your time helping the poor.
Oh, I have been. And I intend to. Once I'm, off shift, I'm going to go make some donations on the other end of town.
With your money, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've given you guys your money.
Oh, okay.
How noble of you. You truly are the best of us.
That's not saying much.
I will miss your optimism when you are dead.
So will I.
Caw.
He'll look down to Khalid. Stranger.
Hello. Good day. Where's it? 9? Turns to Malin. What time is it?
You're the one with the time.
Middle of the day. Middle of the day. Sun's up.
Pulls out his timepiece. Oh, yes. Good day.
You'll see him take a long sniff of the air,
How's that?
You're not from here, are you?
It's both of them.
I am not.
Keep this one safe. Make sure he gets home. He does not belong here.
Oh. Caw.
I was about to say, Khalid was wait, is that in reference to me? Attacking him closer?
No, he seems to be looking at Nayland when he says that. He's protect him and make sure that he leaves. He does not belong here.
Yeah, try.
Close to puppy.
Eventually.
Make sure I get home.
But it was good to meet you. kind of like trying to indicate, hey, what's your name? Or what do you call you?
Call me Milgram.
Yeah, seriously, throw some water on him. He sounds dehydrated.
I am a friend, I am a associate
I was about to say, ain't
of
no
your
friend
partner.
Indeed.
Although we have never seen each other work, I'm certain that he has likely heard just about as much about me as I have about him.
Caca.
Which, if I'm doing my job right, and I know that he's doing his job right, isn't much.
I mean, seriously,
And if
the
we
Tomatoes,
are,
they didn't make it.
That's true.
and if we are lucky, we will never know what the other can do.
Caw.
That would be the idea.
He will smirk. He's like, because we are both monster hunters, but yet we are both monsters.
Caw.
Khalid will nod recognition and say, it takes a monster to kill a monster. Or, it takes a monster to hunt a monster.
That it does. And the sheep pay well.
That they do.
He will continue to lurch off, and you will see him bump into someone, like, blatantly, and they will look around, like, what the hell just hit me? Before they just continue on about their business.
Whenever the guy leaves, like, well out of earshot, or down an alley, Khalid will turn to Dan and be like, so, do we need to be concerned about him, or...
I'd keep an awareness of him existing on the radar. He could be on the other side.
I can.
Because he said he was working, security also, which means he's either, working with us, or he's going to be working security for somebody else that may prove to be a problem.
I can turn into a Yeti and rip him in half. I mean, caw.
I was like, caw. Because I don't think you have bestial voice,
I do have
so you can talk.
But after she speaks, she's gonna go caw.
I didn't particularly like how he only phrased it as protection.
Exactly.
So protection could easily be of other people's interests, or...
That, and like I said, he may not be, working the other side, but knowing he's in town means we probably should at least be prepared just in case.
Or we can preempt and go and kill him.
Well, I don't want to go kill him if he's not doing anything that'll be a problem, because he is actually good in his field. And,
Who's that other voice?
What do you mean? It's me.
He points to the bird.
Oh, wait. Caw.
I know it's confusing, because right now they sound like Patton Oswalt for some reason.
It's my to-go-to voice when I'm in a bird form. Caw.
You're just casting to it.
Is Tatsuka with us?
Yeah, she was doing aerial recon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She had turned into a bird and was flying high to spot things we couldn't from the ground.
Okay, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is he do besides
How's that you right now?
He seemed... I assume with Ravenloft he's got some type of good natural ability. He's sniffed, so probably werewolf or some other kind of creature like that?
He's a vampire.
Not to get confused with actual vampires
Wait, is
that are friendly and nice.
No, vampires are not normally friendly and nice.
Like how bad?
You're not normal.
Alrighty, we'll go talk to Haslin then.
Like how bad?
I will I will give what I know of his stat block to the people present,
Aslan's the one
because
who-
apparently Nayla knows more than Tristan in this instance.
Where are the vampires at? Von Strahd.
Yeah.
You can go talk to Von Strahd then, if vampires are all so nice and friendly.
Who the fuck is Von Straw?
Strahd
Von Zerud.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Quick aside before we keep going. Just that conversation made me think of vampire strong back. Welcome to Ravenloft.
Okay,
I'm done.
the feats that you have heard him do, you haven't heard how he did it, but you know that jobs that he has taken have been similar to what you've done, and he's come back with them completed. Like you said, you're not exactly sure what his weapon of choice is. The only thing you've really heard is that he walks around with like this luggage case. He walks around with some sort of luggage case.
I bet you he dips.
His name that a nickname that you have heard for him is one of the names you've heard of him is Milgram. One touch kill Milgram.
One touch kill. He sounds like he's gargling acid, so I'm going to assume he's got some kind of acidic touch.
Or poison.
That's true. He could be the Ghost Rider and have poison.
Oh, that will explain why you did your Hellfire thing.
Yeah, so now we explain why we were talking about Hellfire earlier.
See, so totally, like I said, throw water on
So yeah, based on what I've heard, I'm guessing it's some kind of corrosive or other nasty touch. The case would say alchemist of some kind. I mean, you can also have a Gatling gun in there. I read about that once, but that was just, that would be weird. Have a Gatling gun in your purse.
I mean, I feel like it'd be convenient.
Ryan, if I may, I would like to do because the ball is tomorrow, right?
Tonight.
No, it's tonight.
Okay, tonight.
It was tomorrow, yesterday.
You've got about 6 hours before
Yeah,
you start making your way there.
we took a long rest.
So it took a long rest, and the amount of time that you guys spent patrolling the area, getting a look at stuff, was roughly about 3 hours. So between waking up, breakfast, doing this patrol, it is closing in on noon. Party's at 6.
Okay, to test the theory, Khalid is going to. Well, also to is going to test the theory if possible. Kind of see if the lingering presence of him would, knowing what Khalid knows, because I don't know if he'll know it, would detect poison work with this wall? Poison and disease? To see if it is, like, he does do poison?
Well, he's gone at this point.
Oh, I knew probably you got it if he was close.
You're trying to see if there was like any lingering residue in the air.
I don't know. It's more of that. I was wondering if Khalid would think it's a good idea now, or if it's a waste of time.
If you were going to do it, because like poison, like the smell of like poison gases and stuff lingers in the air for a little bit. If you were going to do it, you have to do it roughly in like the next round or two.
Okay, Khalid.
If you were going to do it, then yeah.
Yeah, just
so you could go ahead and cast it.
Yeah, he'll kind of do a sign And I guess the two of them will kind of notice that somewhere, like near Khalid's neck, something glows. And I'll cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay. You will notice, you will notice a very faint vapor trail going in the direction that he wandered off into. I must say, you will detect a very faint vapor trail, and it disappears almost just as fast as you notice it.
Khalid will announce it. Yeah, I can pretty much say it as poison. So you're right on that track.
Good to know.
Thankfully, I do have some gifts and other things that helps be a bodyguard of sorts, so that's only something I can probably do, stick close to Driscoll, during the ball. If Mulgrim is on the other side.
Okay. While you guys are doing that, is anyone else going to be doing anything different while they're doing this?
Yes. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to want to be researching the guests and assassinations that may have vague directions pointing to them, to see if I can determine basically the kind of assassination methods possible interested parties would use. That is the information I'm looking for.
And basically, you're trying to figure out what assassination methods have been used before in the past here?
Yeah, and what methods people of interest would use against this man to get a leg up. I assume that investigation would be the role to do that research, or
yes, it is a fairly. Roll investigation is a fairly easy investigation roll. It is incredibly chronicled here. How assassination tends to come.
I'm divining. Let's see. It's a world populated by rich, snooty, noble types. I'm thinking poison.
that was my first thought. That with the realm being poison.
Also, unfortunately, I've got to get going.
Yeah.
I'm about to be wrapping up, and I'm about to be wrapping up about 5 minutes anyway. I was just going to get you guys to the ballroom and then call it.
I think.
Right.
Either way,
Yeah. That's right.
Let's see. For that, you are fairly aware of how this tends to end. The historical record of assassinations, you would think that they'd be very discreet about it. Not the case. Ends justify the means here. It does not matter how they die. You have poisons. You have instances where someone has ran up and thrown acid in someone's face. You have instances where someone has ran in with a greatsword and cleaved the nobleman in half. Where another noble actually ran up and actively murdered them in front of other nobles. You've had people get effectively, Julius Caesared and just shivved 50 times in front of the guests, and they just went on about their business after the person was dead, and they just left him on the floor bleeding while the party continued after everyone saw it happen.
Cool.
So,
then,
effectively, if someone of higher status commits a crime in front of you, you do not have, I'll say, if you are of a lower status or class, you cannot call the cops on them.
Oh, so it's a sense of a bookworm rules. Gotcha.
Good. So basically, if a duke murders someone in cold blood in front of you, and if you call the guards, chances are they'll arrest you for calling the guards on a duke for committing murder.
In that case, one of the defenses I was thinking of can deal with a third to a half of that. It'll burn through a hell number of mana, but you can do it.
So there's effectively nothing stopping someone who's running up and just trying to actively murder him. I'm gonna say sometimes it's discreet, sometimes it's just blatant. I'm gonna say sometimes it's discreet, sometimes it's blatant. It's part of the reason why Renair asked you guys to try to protect him, because if you try to protect him, then you are not. I'm gonna say you would not be held to the same standard as someone who is of low class trying to protect. That's why you're supposed to be doing this stealthily. Because if she actually sent someone of higher level, then people would know that Rainier is trying to protect him from them. And Jacqueline Rainier does not want to be seen as trying to protect someone of a trying to play favorites, or be seen as potentially playing favorites with a up and coming low tier noble.
Gotcha.
So she's like, hey, this guy's on the up and up. He's coming up, and I don't want these people to kill him. Because I know that if they kill him, it's only going to improve their station, and I won't be able to do anything about their station being improved. I don't want the type of people. She was like, I know who's trying to kill him. And unfortunately, because of the way the system works, I can't actively tell them to not try to kill him. So I need you guys to protect him and bring him here.
Okay.
So that is why you were trying to protect him as stealthily as possible. And that's why you guys are wearing costumes and dressed up a different way and disguising yourself so that no one knows who you are and what you're doing.
Just so you guys are aware, one of my thoughts was the Sanctuary spell.
Yep.
Which would block some of that.
Yeah. So that'll work.
Anything that requires someone targeted.
Rolls higher than you.
I figured I was gonna turn myself into a luxurious elf lady and just attach myself to him.
Oh, that sounds nice. That's nice to keep close.
Maybe we can have a bite to eat.
Ah.
I think that kind of goes against the idea of, bringing him back in one piece.
I'm not gonna kill him.
She's gonna get
no, one piece means no harm.
There's gonna be
you bite him, it does damage. Damage is not in one.
There's gonna be blood missing. That's multiple pieces.
I mean, give him some orange juice.
Give him some orange juice. I don't know holes in his neck.
Oh no, she doesn't leave holes.
Yeah.
She uses a straw.
That's just her. That's D&D vampires in general. They don't leave marks.
Huzzah! So it's not like anybody would know.
They've got the masquerade thing where they can close it up when they're.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's nothing. There's no proof that.
Rayon, is there anything that you're doing in this time before the party?
No. Mainly getting ready. Probably wandering around town aimlessly, like mentally wrapping my mind around everything that happened.
Did you remember to ask them to make your outfit out of asbestos just in case you have to light up?
No. I asked them to give me something like they gave Katniss Everdeen, so...
Oh, so you want it to be extra flammable. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you can be the life of the party.
It's one of those embellishment questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, my clothes normally don't burn.
No, because you're using wild shape. I know. No, actually, no, I don't know, because wild shape gives you the option of deciding, how your transformation works. So you could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, you guys, I'll say the pathway that you guys are taking, that has been mapped out by Khalid and Naylan, you guys will make your way to the Lord, I'll say the event at the ballroom that Lord Driscoll is holding. I'll say, as you walk into the door and you see two of these guys who are standing there, they will nod to you as if they know who you are.
They don't know who I am. I do not look like myself.
They see your group.
I think they're acknowledging together.
They're acknowledging
you are that group. They know how many of you there's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And none of you, if you're dressed the way you're supposed to be, none of you actually look the way that you actually look right now.
Yeah, but I don't look like how I looked. I look like a regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but not regular. I'm the second hottest person in the city. Goddamn. Let it be known.
What you're
Did you
supposed
make a roll
to.
for it?
But they're aware of what is supposed to be your arrival. And you're effectively the only group of 7 coming in here.
That's right.
Make sure to get a short rest so we can lose hit points and burn.
Okay. You see this place is heavily guarded. Well, by guarded, that means there's a lot of guards. Based on what you've heard, these guards are probably not going to do a damn thing if anything goes down.
Well, no, of course not. They're just for show.
Well, they're here. They're more so here to protect the property as opposed to the people.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So if you guys start fighting each other, okay. If you start smashing vases and stuff, then they're like, hold on. It's like if you're gonna fall over the banister, please don't crack your skull on the floor and damage the floor.
Yeah, you can slip on the blood.
So yes, you will see several people around here. The party, and I'll say several attendants are here. You will see several people like this.
I want one.
You want to know them?
Yes.
Could be above it.
These are the all the people who you see serving. All the people who you see serving seem to be of diminutive stature. They all also appear to be wearing some sort of necklace with a gem on the front of it.
Other little Jack. I can't take one.
Yeah, probably.
They're low.
Juice boxes.
What they appear to be wearing seems to be a higher class version of what the slaves were wearing at the brothel.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
Oh, you poor thing.
Based on the color of the gem on their neck. If anyone wants to make me an Arcana roll.
25.
One second.
One moment. Though.
That's 10.
23.
Plus 33 and an 18 to give Matt his temporary hit points for the day.
Oh, lovely.
Because I assume you're at 0 since we were rested.
Yeah.
Yeah, 33.
Okay, cool. From what you can tell, these necklaces have been infused. These necklaces have been infused with effectively a one-shot casting of lightning bolt, designed to go off in case if they ever disobey an order.
Kinky.
Interesting one with lightning because I would say it projects from them. You think you want to go for something shocking grasp or something?
It is designed to basically just shoot off. It is basically designed to fry them if they disobey.
Well, I'm not saying it can't work that way. I'm just like, that was an interesting design choice in terms of which spell to go with.
I'm about to say, if you guys want to look up the history of what they've tried doing, there is some funny lore that I wrote about these necklaces that for trial and error of spells that they used, and they felt that this was one of the easier, more localized spells that did not bother or impede the joy of the guest.
Oh, because it's a light show. Because Because it's a light show.
Effectively, if they just get like zapped with a level 5 lightning bolt, it's gonna kill an NPC in one go, and they just fall down. And
I don't know, not unless the lightning bolt damage dice roll all 1.
I'd say, yeah, even at level 5, it is possible to survive one if they roll for shit.
Remember, they're NPCs. They normally don't have enough NPCs.
I'd say if they're commoners, they only have like 5 hit points.
That's fair.
So they die from breathing on them too hard. So.
Well, the thing can roll in that one, right?
Lightning bolt's a save. It doesn't have a.
Oh well, never mind then.
even saving for half would probably kill them.
Yeah.
Speaking of rolls, this man as you rolled 76, rolled less than a 10.
76.
Yeah.
And rolled less than a 10.
Yep.
Oh, you poor
It's
soul.
doable, but it takes some work.
Yeah, that's just sad.
Only David is talented enough to pull that off.
No, I'm pretty sure I did at one point.
On 6 dice, I rolled 4.
I know you did similar stuff in Maquis.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm pretty sure at Maquis, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
ago. Yeah, you had to roll negative for one of those rolls.
I rolled a 0.
Let's see. As you are doing this, looking around at the guest, you do not see the guest of honor.
I was about to say he hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, the guest of honor does not seem to be out here yet. You do know that it just kind of seems to be a bunch of nobles. Just seem to be a lot of nobles around. A lot of diminutive people wandering around with food and drinks. You will, however, hear a very familiar noise. Well, not noise. Actually, to a lot of these people, it sounds like noise. Some of the people seem a little thrown off, but you will see 4 familiar people.
I don't know her. I don't know her either.
And, must say, on stage, with someone getting up onto the mic.
I don't know him either.
We saw them at the bar while you were at the brothel.
Ah!
They were the band at the bar.
Okay.
The band from Haslam, who almost got murdered for the crime that they didn't commit.
I mean, did they though?
Did they almost get murdered? Yes. They were literally on the gallows.
I say, they're gonna be like, hello everybody! Let me hear you make some noise! Everyone's just kind of look around. He's like, who are these people? He's like, okay, tough room. All right. Well, we're here to rock your socks off and teach you snobby little bastards how to have some fun. And we already got paid. And I'll say that they're like, we already got paid, so ain't nothing you can do about it. 1, 2, 3, go!
These guys.
He's going to strum the guitar. He's going to strum his lute, and when he strums his lute, you're going to see this arcane sigil come across it, and recognize it as thaumaturgy. As when he just strums it, it just goes, and the sound just kind of goes throughout the entire room.
Does he know that this doesn't sound like music? Should someone tell him?
Wait, I have another question. Can he drop the beat?
No, he cannot. I think that lies the problem. The fact that he cannot.
All of their instruments seem to have arcane symbols light up on them. As these casual-looking drums and lutes start sounding like a form of music that you're unfamiliar with, but does sound kind of cool in a strange way.
It is tough to be Titan. Here lies Titan. He has died.
With that, as your group enters enters this building. I'll say eyes, both seen and unseen, take notice of your group as you prepare to start intermingling into this party.
Awesome.
And with that, we'll read it.
You're sell out and stuff. Good gift. And good session.
Good job, everybody.
Especially you.
Especially.
Definitely did not mean to close all my tabs.
But it's a good thing that you did, Matt. It's okay.